Greetings, Commanders! Welcome to Kerrash Landing, the Elite Dangerous Community Show. Yes, it's Friday. It's that time of the week again, and I am very pleased to introduce my guest tonight. It is none other than Commander Ben EidLeWeise Moss-woodward. How you doing, sir?
Oh. I'm doing very well. I'm just trying to actually find you on the map, because your system...
Yeah.
You said you were in left set space, and left set space is next door to where I am.
Yes,
but I don't think you're there.
I have noticed that on my travels, I found a few systems with exactly the same sounding names in, so there's a little bit of confusion. So we've kind of gone separate ways at the moment. But I am in the Wapia system right now. So greetings to everyone in the chat there. Nice to see everyone. Thank you for joining in. I hope you have your big can of squee as I do. I'm sure we'll be downing shortly. So, who's in there? So we got Abacus, Snoz, Commander Human, Saturnine, Gaming with Ian, Tamaru, Tistar, Arms Like Noodles, greetings. Who else have we got in there? I saw Dog, I saw Toad, they were here earlier on. Toad, I got a little bit of an announcement for Toad to make as well. I must remember to do that. And Dog has made me a nice surprise tonight. Which
scary.
I'm hoping to show it soon, which I'm sure we will get to very shortly, knowing the usual way that these streams go. Gazer and Scout, greetings. Nice to see you there. So we will get immediately onto things on the newsletter to bring out the surprise in a second. So I can see Commander Abacus is out, or should I say King Abacus now. He made King over the Christmas period, so my liege and all that must bow. So he can tell you all about this, what we were doing the last couple of days. We are in Wapia because it is now, I think, owned by, at least in most part, by the United German Commandos. One of the player groups has been added in, which is wonderful to see it in, finally. It's one of the groups that helped me out early on back in the day of trying to take over the LFT 133 system, and they have been absolutely wonderful and invited me into their community as an honorary member of the UGC. So I'm really, really pleased that they managed to get their player group in.
And Abacus is a lovely bloke as well.
And Abacus, he's a fantastic gentleman, yes, absolutely. And I think I'm being invaded by Thargoids right now. Yes.
Is your nephew on screen again?
Not quite. I hope that's not him. I have Shorty. Shorty, she hasn't got the stepladder, so she can't quite reach the camera. But I'm just waiting for that alien to smack me on the back of the head now. But yes, yeah, really, really great news to see the UGC represented in game, and I see this is the thing that I think is really, really lovely now, is to see this shift in player activity with the player groups being added into the game. People are starting to realise that this collaborating and working together for this end goal, rather than for just something you want to do for yourself, working together as a group is a fantastic fun. We're seeing so much of that now in like the community goals and the events that people are organising. Lots of them in the newsletter that I want to bring up tonight as well. And I'm sure you've been involved with a few of these, haven't you, Ben?
I had great fun down around Seoul the other day assaulting a base with Hutton truckers and getting Rex Bottoms out of there.
Yeah, I missed the event, but I heard some great things about it.
Oh, we had so much fun, and there's a brilliant video that was done. Oh, there's a few brilliant videos, but there's one by Square Bunny, I think it was.
Oh, yes.
Who did a excellent, just good summary 3-minute long video, which very nicely broke up all the bugs that we had and hid all that and turned it into just 3 minutes of awesome.
Oh yeah, I've seen a little clip of it today. I know it's mentioned in the newsletter, so I will bring that up for everyone in a second. But yeah, it was just fantastic to see these events kicking off, and I think it started to show that kind of, like I said, that paradigm shift in the way that people are thinking about the game. And in a lot of ways, I think where Power Play got flack for when it came along, I think it came along too early in a lot of ways. It was showing the potential of a bigger thing, you know what I mean? Like lots of player groups working together to achieve a bigger goal. And I think people are now starting to understand that working as these minor factions can be really great fun. And the ultimate end goal, of course, is to work towards your minor faction becoming a power and becoming a bigger influence in the galaxy.
Well, interestingly enough, that's actually a discussion that the Hutton truckers are having. And by and large, the consensus is we want to remain a minor power because we have a hell of a lot more fun doing that.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. Like I said, I think it came along too early. I think it's not quite there yet. It's not ready with all of that functionality. I think as the minor faction stuff starts to feed into it, I think Power Play is going to get a pass this year. So there's going to be more work. It's going to iterate on what it allows you to do in the game. So I think it will become more prevalent. But I think it shows that it can be fun and it can be just a great experience if you if you play it the right way, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But then again, you also have things like that is happening in that system near LHS 3447, where it sounds like a new minor power has basically moved in, and there was already somebody 3/4 there.
Oh.
And basically, I don't know the full story because I'm not involved in it, but from what I understand, one of the bounty hunting player groups is basically setting up shop in that area, assisting all the new players, basically.
Yeah, that's cool.
And a pirate faction has said, "We want that system, please." So now you've basically got a pirate setting up shop right next to where all the new players start. Which could make for some interesting gameplay.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
I think that's a polite way of putting it.
Yeah. Well, these things happen. I think it is dangerous at the end of the day. That's kind of the point. So you will see things like that. There are measures going in though. I don't know if you've actually managed to see on the forum this week. Sandro put a post up earlier this week. He was toying with the ideas of making some changes to the way the PvE PvP kind of interacts in the game. So of course it is in early days at the moment. So he was just kind of talking about some potential ideas they had of making the
It was the lore and lore of the stuff that I thought that it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. So making the punishment for attacking a player without any necessary reason for doing it a little bit more severe, which I think will kind of help some of those unsolicited PvP sort of events that go on. I think those are the things which frustrate people mostly is when you're not looking for PvP and you get attacked, or someone just continuously attacks you even though you don't want that to happen. And it's a fine balance because, like we said, piracy is a perfectly valid way to play the game. You can't stop people doing that, and if people are going to go and drive their juicy T9 full of gold through an anarchy system, then well, so be it. They should get attacked.
I mean, I actually think this is something that my colleagues in Lave Radio discussed years ago, and that's the whole point of the Orange Sidewinder. It's like,
yes.
I think it's fair to say that a monetary penalty is not really enough. And the original idea of the Orange Sidewinder was you get caught doing something wrong, then you get dumped into Sidewinder, no frame shift drive, and you get told to pick up litter or something like that.
Clean up toxic waste around Slough.
Yeah, but that makes so much sense. And it would be basically it's another mission, but you're locked to a Sidewinder, and you have to pick up 10 canisters of toxic waste or whatever.
Yeah.
And you only get your shit back once you've cleaned them up.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that would make so much sense in my opinion, because monetary sort of things, when you're sitting on like a couple of $100 million with a billion of, it's just like it's pocket change.
Exactly. And I think that's the thing which a lot of people have been saying is that there needs to be something which is a more meaningful punishment for those kind of things if something happens like that. So there were some good ideas in the thread. I think Isonona, the famous flight assist off flyer, came up with some really good suggestions to it, which I think. I don't want to go over them in too detail. I don't want to misrepresent what he said, but it got a lot of thumbs up from people because it was just some simple, subtle changes, and I think that's the key thing is coming up with something which isn't too much of a drastic change, but at the same time it makes a big enough impact that it really helps with the situation. And I think the key thing with it is it's got to be something which is quite easy to implement. It's got to be a pretty simple change. Like you said, as much as I would love to see something like a whole mission chain, because things like the Elder Scrolls that they send you to prison, don't they? And you get the option, the opportunity to break out of prison. But
yeah, certainly in
Skyrim,
I think you can do all that.
Yeah, yeah. So it's got to be something which is easy to implement, I think, is the first step. But yeah, there was some good suggestions.
Something though that I think it was Ganaho Fowen mentioned is we've been frankly having this discussion for over a year now, nearly 2 years, and they're still only thinking about improving the crime and punishments.
Yeah, I think...
no disrespect to any of the Frontier guys, I know you're busy, but this discussion was happening back in Alpha.
Again, lots of things on the DDF which were elements which people wanted to see change. They didn't immediately make it in there, and like you said, here we are almost 2 years later, and we're talking about these things now. It's great that they're getting the opportunity to finally turn around and actually go back and look at these things. I think that's the nice thing about it. But yeah, it really needs some effort, because it turns a lot of people off, doesn't it? It's you've got that frustrating sort of first start where you're just getting ganked by people, and it's just not really nice. Some of the good suggestions that I saw in the thread was the ideas of things like you said, things that had come up 2 years ago. Anarchy systems should be absolutely lawless, and
oh god, I would love that.
Mm-hmm. And then the higher security systems should be almost immediate police response. And I think it was Dog was it Dog who just said that in the chat there?
Immediate and appropriate.
Exactly, yeah. Like if you've got report crimes on, you should get almost immediate police response in the area. That if you're being interdicted in Supercruise, anyone can see it. If there's authority vessels floating around in Supercruise, they should see an interdiction and respond to it immediately.
But not only should they respond, you shouldn't have 1 or 2 Vipers showing up to a wing of Anacondas.
Exactly. Yeah, it should match the attacking force, whoever's interdicting, whatever's in the wing. And I think those realistically they're pretty simple code changes. They can analyze the wing of the person who's doing the interdiction and things like that. So I think there's some good ideas. Now, Karakino's just saying that it's like if you attacking all kinds of ship in the system, which should get it into turmoil. Yeah, I mean, there's layers to it as well. You can start affecting the background simulation. There's lots and lots of things you can do to make it more interesting. I like the fact, if you're taking into account, because at the moment report crimes doesn't seem to do a great deal, does it? I mean,
the only thing I think it seems to do is when you're sitting outside the station and you accidentally crash into somebody.
yeah. Well, I mean, I know it does kind of report an attack to the authorities, but at the point when you've been interdicted and then you're being attacked in normal space, by the time they actually respond, it's often just too late, at that point. So, like I said, really report crimes needs to be almost an instant, immediate response. If you've got if you're in a high security system,
in a high sec,
and you have got that report crimes turned on, someone interdicts you, that should be immediate police response heading to your location.
Here's a question, actually.
Yeah, go on.
Let's say I'm a pirate and report crimes is on and I get bounty hunted in a pirate system. Should pirates come along to protect me?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, when you look at like Archon Delane,
we love theory crafting.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is the problem when people say about they come up with an idea. It's like, oh, it should do this. This should be the way that it's solved. This should be the solution. The problem is when you're a games designer, you have to sit there and just mash out every possible eventuality, and you could get down to the 9th in the list, and it's like, oh crap, that just breaks everything above. That just blows it out of the water, which is the problem there. So let's catch up on the chat really quickly. Specific thread in the DDF started about. Yes, there was Stephen Usher. Yeah, and again, I think a lot of those ideas were kind of stored up, and it's apparent that obviously Sandro's only just getting the chance to come back to it now. I'll say about mods. Make it difficult in some ways. Looking forward to having API access. Yeah, the API is on the cards again, soon TM.
You've just reminded me to turn on EDMC.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I've just reminded me to do that. Remind me later, I'm doing other things. Ooh, and I've just found a nice white star too. Avalon.
That's nice. I think Calm 530. Sorry, I did see your thing there about some good builds. I think Gaming with Ian is building you is getting you a build now to demonstrate. What other bits did we miss in the chat? I think mostly caught up. Wasn't there a discussion about influence in pirate groups if you do pirating and hidden pirate and smuggler bases? Yeah, that was one of the really, really cool things, and I know Michael Brooks still wants to do that, is that idea that in some asteroid rings there could be completely hidden pirate bases in a large asteroid, and you don't have that nav marker. You can't find it unless you gain enough influence with a pirate group. And then you will have that show up on your as a nav beacon or something that you can pick to go to that location. So there's every possibility that if you were really lucky, you could stumble across it in those rings. But it is kind of like a secret thing. Of course, there is no visual representation of a pirate base yet, but it is something that Michael Brooks wants to do. So that's a cool idea.
And we know with the recent barnacles that they can add things and not have them be there as point of interest.
Oh yes, absolutely. So plenty of possibilities.
Out of interest, I've just come across a compromised nav beacon. If you're in the mood for some pew pew, a couple of jumps away from where you are.
Oh, where's that then?
I'm in Yamat Zucchini.
Okie dokie. Well, I just realised on this, this is a frustrating thing. I don't know whether this is a bug or something here, but I haven't got a basic discovery scanner on this ship, so I can't find the planet where this mission is sending me to, which is kind of frustrating.
Yes, that's a bit annoying.
Never mind. Snoz is winding everyone up in there. I saw it on a whiteboard at Frontier, but I can't say because NDA.
Snoz is good at winding people up.
Bubble, greetings, Commander. MahdDogg saying, I want the rock hermit back. Yeah, I love the idea of finding some random dude in the middle of nowhere. Trumbles, yes, we've got to have Trumbles back. Yeah, that is a possibility with the whole idea of engineers coming in 2.1. Yeah, Dog, I tried to buy the data in the Galaxy map, but it wasn't letting me. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm going to head out of the system and try again. Yeah, I like with 2.1 we're getting the engineers, so there's going to be the possibility of finding these characters out in the middle of nowhere. But at the moment, they've kind of suggested they're going to be at stations and things like that. But of course, when we get things like pirate bases and stuff like that, it might be possible to find that.
No, to me, when I was reading what Michael, I guess, was writing, it sounded almost like they'd be there in secret bases on planets. That's how I read what he was saying. Yeah.
So it's possible. I mean, that's the great thing about planets is they're so big you can hide practically anything you want on them. Like the missions we've done already, searching for the barnacles, the Christmas mission to find the unstable data core and all that stuff. That was fantastic, and you can imagine that little message coming up saying, "Oh, you can find her at coordinates 555," something like that. I love that sort of gameplay element to it. I think that's really, really cool.
Oh, actually, sorry, you just reminded me about gameplay elements and these secret compromised messages or something like that that are coming in.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. That's a lovely segue. Thank you. So Zach.
It's almost as if I had access to the show notes, which I don't.
It's like, yeah, we're winging it. Why is that? I have good old-fashioned pen and paper. That works for me. Yes. So Zach kind of mysteriously posted up on the forums this week, saying about these messages that you might see that might lead some of the mystery along a little bit more, and of course with the things like the UAs and the barnacles and all that stuff, the story is really starting to pick up a bit of a pace now, isn't it? So I just really wonder what he's getting at. I don't know myself, and that's what I find really, really exciting, because it's all new to me. So
I'm assuming that you did nosy at the barnacles,
Did I know what, sorry?
Did you nosy around the barnacles?
Oh, yes, like that? Yes. I specifically did not shoot them. I investigated them. I tried to use the data link scanner, which oddly worked, but then didn't seem to allow me to do anything else.
Yeah.
And then I specifically did not shoot them, and instead just got up and got the heck out of Dodge, because I don't know what's going on with those things, but there is an element in the newsletter, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll bring that up in a second. Let's get the newsletter up. I want to skip down straight away this week. We're going to go down to the Galnet focus at the bottom. So I'm in the way of the text. But here we go. So this little paragraph here, and this gives me a great chance to use my new toy that Dog sent me. So we've got Professor Ishmael Palin has confirmed that the unknown artifacts are the cause of the technical issues affecting the starports throughout the galaxy, which I think that's pretty much a given. I think we'd all figured that out. Apparently the objects have the ability to repair themselves by extracting material from their immediate environment, which interferes with nearby technology. That's interesting. That's very interesting. We'll come back to that in a sec. And research into how to counter the danger posed by the UAs is underway. Now, I like that one bit there, that they repair themselves by extracting material from their immediate environment. Now, that to me screams out that these things are in some way related to the barnacle. And you're not going to see this yet, Ben, but I'm going to use this. We're heading into my favourite time of the stream. It is speculation time. Oh yes! Thanks, Dog.
I thought that started about half an hour ago.
yeah, pretty much. I should have that on for the entire stream, really. Sorry if that is deafening everyone on the stream right now. But I love it. That's great. Thank you, Dog. That's awesome. So yes, we are heading into speculation territory. But yeah, I get the distinct impression, because a lot of people are saying about the barnacles being maybe like mining sites, like they're extracting resources. So this idea that the UAs also have the ability to pull materials from their environment kind of gives you the suggestion that they are related. I like the idea that maybe that central barnacle is some kind of launch system to spit the UAs out into space. Again, speculation.
I mean, talking about speculation, did you go into your debug camera and sit underneath the central barnacle?
Yes.
Tell me that doesn't look like a wormhole tunnel. Like the hyperspace tunnel.
Yes, yeah, it does. The shape of it, the twist, and the six arms. Is it? Yeah,
the clouds and everything.
Yeah.
It totally looks like a hyperspace tunnel.
It does, absolutely. And like I said, we're seeing the surface of these things, but we have no idea how big they are and underneath, what the detail is there, what they're supposed to be. But I just like the idea that they are in some way some manufacturing facility or something like that they're creating the unknown artifacts, spitting them into space. Now we know that the unknown artifacts are scanning ships, sending back data to show the objects that they're finding out there. So the idea that these things are like automated remote research facilities effectively spread out over the galaxy, I like that idea. I think that's really, really cool.
Not just research, but it's just like basically scanning the galaxy. I mean, it's one of the things that if you're wanting to seriously map the galaxy, let alone the universe, you basically need to make a hegemonizing swarm.
Yeah, absolutely. And it makes absolute sense, doesn't it? You send one out, they set up base, they build a base out of the raw materials which are there, almost like has been suggested in the modern day space programs that are coming around now, the idea of going to the moon and using 3D printers to build resources and things which are there. So yeah, it makes absolute sense. You build them you send them out. A couple of things in the chat there is F1 rules, official Elite stream, not heard of this? Yes, I've been streaming Elite before it was cool.
It was always cool.
Exactly. If you haven't caught up with the stream before, Kerrash Landing is. I started off streaming Elite Dangerous as soon as I possibly could, and we've been doing it ever since. And I've been involved in lots of special events, things with Frontier. They've taken me to all sorts of crazy places, and I even helped launch it, which was my favourite thing ever. I still can't believe it happened. But yeah, it's cool. I'm not officially.
I just can't believe they managed to get you into a suit.
Yes, yeah. They got me out of all my vast collection of Elite teas for that one night. It's too many of them.
That's back then.
What's that? Scrub Tard. Since you are on topic and back to important stuff, when are we going to see Alliance capital ships? When they get a navy? Totally on topic. Yeah, we like going off topic on there. It's fine. Max Ursa. So the UAs are barnacle seeds. That's what we're assuming. But again,
confirmed.
No. That's why I have this banner. That is what the banner is for. It does kind of sound like that, doesn't it? Oh, Royal Hanky, greetings! Didn't see you slip in there. Greetings, Commander. Stephen Usher, of course, how do the UAs extract the materials with teleportation? Well, we know that the Thargoids have much better hyperspace technology than us. Whether or not they can control it to that fine degree to be able to extract minerals at that sort of level, maybe.
I think
maybe.
the UAs are the scouts, the barnacles are the collecting things, and we see the barnacles down on the ground, in the ground, with their tentacles. Like roots getting all the nutrients and everything.
Yeah, and it makes absolute sense, doesn't it? I mean, it's the most efficient way of doing it. It's almost like a tree in that effect, isn't it? It's like nature is the most efficient creator of structures and things. It makes absolute sense.
Yeah.
We know that the Thargoids are kind of techno-organic. They kind of they evolved along with their technology and almost or they evolved and created their own technology from what we know about them because of the
they definitely have a lot of biotech for their weapons and their ships and everything like that.
Exactly. So yeah, it's let me see what can I get rid of.
I'm not convinced that the UAs and the barnacles and things like that. I'm not convinced that they're actually Thargoid related though.
No.
They might be, but I'm not. I think they're. I think there's another power in the universe. And the Thargoids are still out there. That's just a personal theory, though.
Very apt for the coming back of the X-Files, yes. But no, I mean, David's always said that there are other species out there. You know, people have asked about it, saying there's not just the Thargoids. There are potentially other species out there. So it's entirely possible. Absolutely. Why come I'm still showing...
The other thing that's possible is that maybe one of them is, maybe the UAs are Thargoid related, and then the barnacles making the meta alloys to help humanity out or something, or to help themselves out.
Yeah, exactly. Is it do the meta alloys help repair the station because it's what the UAs are attempting to gather, or is it because another species sees that these UAs are evil things sent out by one race, and they're trying to help humanity and not get destroyed by them? So,
yeah.
Rat King, see you in the message from Rat King. Ooh, finally someone who thinks there's another race. Well, of course, back in the original game, there were many races. There was lots of talk in the original novella about all kinds of different races in the galaxy.
It was much more of a Star Warsy universe, wasn't it?
Exactly. And then, of course, Frontier Elite 2 came along. I think the main reason we didn't see many different types of species and stuff in Frontier Elite 2 was just sheerly because of technical limitations of the day. You couldn't store much more than an entire galaxy in 720k, so not going to fault anyone for that. But we didn't see any of the races that were talked about. I know it's not official lore, but one of my favourite explanations, if you go back onto, I think it's the Alioth wiki, the fan-based wiki for Elite.
Yeah, wiki.alioth.com, whatever it is, the one that's Ulite related.
Yes, yeah. So there's a really good explanation in there, which is kind of, I don't know, you say it was retconned on or something like that, but the idea is, from the original game, we had the 8 galaxies. Now, the interpretation of that was the galaxy was a misnomer. It was actually a slice of the same galaxy. Just people didn't know, because you jump through the galactic wormholes at the end of each galaxy, don't you, to get to the next one?
Yeah.
So the idea was
no way of triangulating things, apparently.
Exactly, that was it. So it's like a different slice of the galaxy. You had no idea where Lave was in relation to this, because it's potentially thousands of light years away, and really, really difficult. But then the idea was that at the end of somewhere between Elite 1 and Elite 2, that all these races decided, you know what, sod the humans, we're disconnecting themselves, the wormhole was blocked, and everyone walked away, and sod it. So that's why we didn't see any of the races in Elite 2, and I like that explanation. I think that's pretty cool.
I always quite like, traveling from point A to point B in Elite was basically instantaneous, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah.
And then come Frontier, it would take you like a month to get out to Staten.
Yeah.
So we definitely took a step backwards in some respects.
Yeah, it was almost like when we lost contact with these other species, we kind of also lost a lot of the abilities. Maybe they were providing us with technological advances that we just couldn't maintain on our own, and by them disconnecting themselves from us, we lost all of those abilities, which would make sense. There's a lot of information out there in the official lore saying that the Thargoids were able to not only jump a lot further than us, but also effectively sit almost in hibernation in hyperspace, waiting for human players to pass by, sort of thing.
Well, the whole point is they basically lived almost in witch space, didn't
yeah,
they?
exactly. Yeah, they could survive a lot longer than humans. Humans would go crazy staying inside hyperspace for too long. So yeah, there's lots of scope for what is the possibilities there. Let's catch up with the chat really quickly.
Sorry, before you're catching up with the chat, you've made me think about the Volons, wasn't it, who made a pocketed hyperspace to hide their fleets in?
Yeah, exactly. It's all a possibility. I mean, we're just scratching the surface of what is possible. I mean, humans tend to think that they're the be all and end all of these things. They don't realise there's potentially many different ways of approaching the same problem. And when you see the Thargoids with their bioorganic tech, there's just so many different ways of doing things that we just wouldn't think of. The fact that they could effectively hibernate in space to make journeys that humans couldn't make and things like that. Let's catch up. What's MahdDogg saying there? What do people think is meant by the phrase meaningful content? I see that banded about, but no one is very forthcoming what they actually mean. Yeah, that's always the thing. And everyone's just like, oh, there's no content. It's like, it's like, what are you looking for? Cutscenes in dialogue with characters? Everyone's got a different interpretation of what content is. And I think if it doesn't have enough of the thing that they're looking for, they claim something doesn't have content. For me, Elite has too much damn content because there's so many things I want to do and I haven't got enough time to do them all.
I've been playing a fair amount of Fallout of late.
Yes.
And frankly, all the missions in Fallout are basically exactly the same as all the missions in Elite, are the same as the missions in Skyrim, are the same as the missions that I played back in WoW, are the same as the missions I played back in EverQuest, which are the same as the bloody missions I played back when I was playing mods back in 91, 92.
It's all templates.
And it's meaningful content, apparently.
Yeah, again, it's an interpretation, isn't it? It's like some people like certain things, so they think that that's the thing they like. That's what's great about it. But yeah, it's each to their own, I suppose.
The crazy thing is, it's actually, it's the same as we're doing in Frontier, in Elite. Sorry, it's still basically 90% of every mission is basically a fetch quest.
Yeah,
or a go here, pew pew this quest.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
That's all it's ever been.
Well, the problem is it's hard, I think, sometimes to come up with a different template that fits a certain style of play, isn't it? And people are always saying, oh, they want more variation, variation, and you give them more variation, and it's still not what they were originally thinking that they wanted in variation. So it kind of gets thrown to the wayside. Like, I've seen a lot of people that still complaining there's not enough to do, and it's like, but have you actually tried the new missions? And it's like, oh no. So it's like, it's there, but just people are not trying it because they assume it's not there.
To be fair, I haven't tried a lot of the new missions because they don't bloody well work.
Yeah, I had one last night that didn't work. I think it was one of these, I think you mentioned it before, the hostage missions with mission-specific cargo, which which was screwed, unfortunately. But
I'm sure they'll fix it, but it's so frustrating.
Yeah, that's the problem. And that's the other side of the coin, isn't it? Is if you put something out and it is frustrating and doesn't work, then people are not going to come back and look at it. Even if you do fix it, then people are going to be like, oh, well, it didn't work before, I'm not going to bother with it. Because
they have to make a big song and dance about, this is fixed now, we're sorry, guys.
Exactly. Otherwise, it just drops off the face of the planet. Catching up with what everyone's saying. Is this 2.1? What's this from Dog saying? Yes, faces will be coming in for mission givers, engineers, and various other important type peoples in 2.1. No, it won't be next week. It will be soon, though.
Soon.
It will be soon. Crash is saying no more.
I've not even seen the beta yet.
Yeah, I've got an idea when it might be launching, but no, it won't be next week. It won't be next week. Sooner than I thought.
Might be announced tomorrow, though. I mean, hang on, aren't Frontier to show at the moment?
It packs. I can say it won't be that announcement. I know there was the announcement at PAX. Again, we have a little bit of an idea of what that is. I mean, we were talking about this earlier in the week, weren't we, Ben? They're saying they're going to be doing an announcement at PAX. Have they done it yet, or are they doing it tomorrow morning?
I think you better check your Twitter before you say much more.
Well, I don't know for certain.
Right.
I don't know for certain, so I'm going to put the banner up.
Ed is too busy to tweet, apparently.
Ed can't tweet. But we have been hearing rumours about a possible few things coming to Xbox One. Sometime maybe Q2, Q3. I think is
Yes, we've definitely been told that. And we also know that we also know that they've only taken Xbox Ones, I believe, 2 packs. So there's no PCs there this week apart from for streaming on.
Yes, yeah. So I know it's
I don't think there's any.
I know it's massive speculation.
Don't see anything.
But I think the one thing which has been hinted at is the fact that player groups and skins are being worked on. They are coming to Xbox One. The estimate is something like Q2, Q3. We
spring summer kind of time, I'm guessing.
And I'm going to say guess, outright guess. So don't shoot me. But I'm guessing that it's going to come along with the Xbox One version of Horizons.
That would be my guess as well, yeah.
So, I'm thinking it's probably going to hit around that time, which is it's going to be really, really cool. It's unfortunate for everyone who's on Xbox One at the moment. They've not been able to enjoy what Horizons bring, because it is a total change to the game. I mean, just the surface missions and things like that are just so much fun. I've done a bunch of them this week, actually, going out rescuing hostages and things like that.
I've not done any of that stuff yet. I need to see how those work. I mean, do you just basically go along and find said hostage and rescue them?
So there's a couple of different variations. The one that I like the most is you have to find a particular person in space at a certain time and maybe interdict them, and it's kind of reminiscent of the old assassination mission from Frontier Elite 2, where there's a certain time window you've got the opportunity to find them. You have to get set up with a hatch breaker limpet, so that you can get them out of the cargo bay without destroying the target. You get the hostages, and then you...
They don't mention any of these prerequisites. Like, they don't say, right, if you're going to take this, you really want to have an interdiction module and a hatch breaker limpet.
yeah, you almost want it to be like a system check before you can accept the mission.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you can accept this, but really you want this.
Yeah.
Because I have taken a couple of those missions. The go here and meet this person to get them back, and thankfully at the time I did actually have a hatch breaker on me, and I flew up and down through that system all the way through the time period, and they never bloody well showed up.
Yeah, I've had some unfortunate ones.
And that's the main reason why I haven't done it again.
Yeah. There have been some ones which have kind of broken on me as well, but I like. I mean, when they've worked, they've been great. But like you said, it's like if they don't work for you, you don't go back to them, you don't try them again, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, the ones I've done have been really, really good fun, and I love the idea that it just feels so much more interactive. It's not just kind of like a standard fetch quest. It feels like there's a bit more to it. And of course the multi-part missions and stuff as well. Abacus and I were doing one the other night. We didn't even realise it was a multi-part quest. Whoops. Oh, don't say that word. And we kind of got stuck because really late at night doing the second part of the mission because we didn't realise it was. But we got it done though. We got it done. Lustig, yes, it is live.
I have done a couple of them, and they've been fun. Yeah,
it's good. And Definitely. I mean, I can confirm some of the things that we did try way back when last year in one of the early versions of the game, which didn't work for us when we were working as a wing, because we had all sorts of kind of strange co-op related issues. But going away and doing an assassination mission together in a wing actually worked. We both got the reward for killing the guy, so yay! They work.
That'll be fun.
They absolutely work.
I'm just next to Brother's Vision, by the way.
Oh, you there? Oh,
Which is where you just heading out.
Yes, I am just heading to the system 6.25 light years away, the Cernos. Cernos, you're in Super Cruise, are you? Do you want to go ahead and jump to that one there? I've got a little mission to do. I've got like 30 minutes to do it. So as I'm charging up, let's check the chat really quickly. Lushlik, yes, I am in open. It's probably a stupid thing to do on a stream. I would probably get sniped, but...
No, it's not.
Yeah, I'm taking the odd package
The
back
community's
and forth.
lovely.
Scrubtar, did I see the video link that someone made of random starport chatter? Yes, I did. I retweeted it straight away and I shared it with some of the guys at FDev because I think it's really, really cool. I like the idea that you approach a starport and you can have all that kind of noise coming over. It's like, what's it? Cobra Mark III, please approach on Vector 645, and things like that, just like these random kind of
just taking things back a little bit. One of the things that Ulite did was they had a chat module like that, but basically instead of talking English, they were basically talking gibberish. So it's almost like it was like a
just like
a
radio
that
static
you couldn't
almost
fully hear. It wasn't static. It was.
Oh, yeah.
It was very pronounced, but it was gibberish.
Almost like Simlish.
Sort of, yes. But that actually worked. Basically, yeah. But that actually worked very well, and it gave the ports a sense of life, without requiring a heck of a lot of text-to-speech stuff, which I don't think is going to work. Sadly, text-to-speech needs to go a long way.
Yeah, it's
before
not quite there
we
yet.
can actually have it work.
And
it's a shame. It's the only real way to do it.
Yeah, and this was one of the things that I was really, really excited about in one of the, I think way back when with the early Kickstarters. I was maybe digging around on the internet and finding out things and stuff like that. I had read that somewhere along the line, many years ago, I know David Braben invested in a company which was specialising in text-to-speech, and I kind of had a little bit of a sneaky peek at the technology they were working on, and it was far in advance of anything you'd seen at the time. I mean, we were talking, it sounded significantly better than even things like Siri and some of these voices you hear today.
Siri's rubbish.
Yeah.
I mean, I've listened to some of the Google stuff using the Google processors to do their business. And even that, it's perfectly understandable and it's fine, but it's still pants.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, even like the Microsoft one, like the what's his face? Yeah, I forget what it is. Yeah, it wasn't great. But I mean, I had to play. I mean, the idea of this technology that this company was working on was it had little audio segments. You would get like a proper voice actor to record specific audio segments, and it would split up the syllables and then it
break the phonemes up.
Exactly, yeah, and then it could reconstruct any word, and it would sound like the original voice actor. So you could, in effect, get a proper voice actor, someone famous, Patrick Stewart or something like that, to record some segments like this.
Could you drop a wing beacon down, please?
I said, oh yes, let's get some bacon. There we go, bacon. Bacon drops.
Thank you. The bacon has pulled me in.
So the idea was, you could have these really cool things, and I was really, really keen on the idea of it being part of the game. I thought, oh yes, David's bought into it. It'll be part of the game. Unfortunately, it's like you said, it's just not there yet. So it's not a thing, unfortunately. But it was a really, really cool idea. I thought it would be. A bit of a loop of shame there. Sorry, let me. Loop of correction. Sorry, Toad. Sorry, loop of correction. Yes, absolutely. Let's catch up on the chat whilst I'm approaching the dock there. Tuplex. Yes, because it's stupid about a Cobra when it isn't. Yeah, see, that's the problem about things like random chatter. If you just have these little audio clips going around in a loop, it would kind of get a little bit daft if it's not well thought out. It would have to be something which is ambiguous enough that it could be played over and over. but it would have to.
This is weird. Your wing beacon has dropped me out 862 kilometers away.
Oh, what?
Hmm.
I can't target you. You're too far away. That's a bit of a pain.
Oh, that's because I'm 862
Yeah.
kilometers away.
I might have to jump back to cruise and come back in there. Oh, Snuffler,
I will
greetings,
do.
Commander. I see you now. One issue with buying a new, much larger monitor is that Crash's head is now 4 times bigger on my screen. Thanks, mate. How about this?
And he's going to get 3 of them or something like that, I believe.
Oh my goodness! I mean, he's got a pretty crazy rig already. With
Yeah.
his flight
There we
seat
go,
and all
that's
that stuff.
better.
Oh, are you coming in? Yes. Cool. Shanray, watch Crash on a 65-inch TV. My head is larger than life. Oh, excellent, excellent. It's just the first time Crash has appeared to be normal sized. I am rather petite, Snoz. Yes, absolutely. It runs in the family, hence.
But you make Ed look big.
Yes, next to Ed, I'm a giant. Full HD Crash Landing there. It was like, massive Crash Landing.
Yeah, I guess we've only got one pad 3.
Oh, is it? I'll head on out in a second. Hang on. I just needed to hand that mission in really quickly.
Oh no, you're just in a little one.
Yeah, just a little bit. I don't know whether that's rude or not. Dog says I've had Crash Landing on a 10-foot screen. Hey up. Oh dear. It's going into the gutter, isn't it? It's going into the gutter. So I'll leave you to.
10 minutes yet.
Yeah, we're not past the watershed just yet. We will approach it soon, though. Let's go ahead and jump back to the newsletter in there. There's another thing I wanted to bring up from the Galnet news, which is pretty interesting as well. The federal president Zachary Hudson has announced his intention to resume the search for Starship 1, which disappeared in May 3301. So, if anyone has been following along with the story, they know that the former president of the Federation, President Halsey, was on the mission, the Starship when it disappeared. She hasn't been heard of since, and they found some wreckage, I believe, at some point, which they think might have been related to the Starship. The fact that this has come up now, at this point when we've just discovered the barnacles, I think that's an important thing.
We also have to bear in mind what was happening when she went off.
Yes.
She went off on effectively a tour of the Outer Rim. Just after the unknown artifacts first showed up in game.
Yeah, and that's kind of the nature. And again, I think it's time for the banner. It's entirely speculation, but I get the distinct impression that these things are all triggered, and it's cause and effect. I don't think these things are going to appear for no reason. So there definitely seems to be something related to it here. So I think the suggestion is that maybe someone or something interfered with Starship 1 and caused it to disappear. It's arcing back. I mean, right back to what we said right at the very beginning is the idea of the Thargoids being able to pull you out of hyperspace. You get the impression, like particularly with the other things that have been mentioned as well, again, is the idea that the bigger capital ships don't use the fast travel hyperspace that we use now on the modern FSDs. There's the idea that they use this older technology, which is why you see that big cloud, almost like what you see in Frontier Elite 2, where they have that big hyperspace entry and exit cloud, don't they?
Looks wicked.
Which it does look absolutely awesome, but it kind of hints at the fact that maybe they're using older technology, and maybe that technology is what the Thargoids can still detect and interfere with, perhaps. So, and again, one more time for the banner, I think.
Does that mean we are safe?
I don't know. Maybe the current FSD drives are just too fast for them to catch us in hyperspace, but. Maybe they're getting better.
I'm not convinced.
Yeah, I mean, with the UA scanning us, they're obviously getting a view of what our modern ships are like. Maybe they're finding ways of it pulling us out of hyperspace.
Pulling us out of something anyway.
yes. Coffee, Saturnine. Yes, absolutely. I've just run out of caffeine. That's just not good.
I was just thinking I need to go get myself another beer, to be honest.
Well, yes. Let's grab a drink whilst I read the next part then. The Imperial campaign against the Emperor's Dawn continues, with the Empire hammering down on the last remaining insurgent outposts. Imperial sources claim that the Emperor's Dawn is facing its final defeat. The Imperial Inquisition faction has launched a campaign to improve services at the outpost of Solar Prospect on Breslia A1. Improving the outpost will help the group host its popular Hunter Games events in a tense 20-person gladiatorial competition. I love the fact that the Galnet news is starting to feed into these player groups and events that are happening on the game as well, which is, starting is the wrong way of putting it, to be honest. It always has done, but it's kind of, it's driving the point home now. A lot of people are kind of realising that if you do something cool, Frontier want to include you as part of the game, so it's great to see it. Oh, Royal Hanky, farewell, Commander. Thank you for joining in. Did I say that? I was probably waffling on. Why does Zachary want to look for it if he knows what happened to it? Maybe I waffled on there. Maybe I shouldn't have said if he knows, but. Yes, I'm just.
Who says President Hudson knows? For all we know, that Halsey suspected something, was told to go here, do this, and didn't expect what came around.
Exactly. Yeah, it was a bit of a turn of events. Right here. Oh, that's a lovely looking asp you have there, Ben. That's a nice asp.
Everybody always says that to me.
It looks like it's a hot asp as well.
It's a very hot asp.
Yes, absolutely. Love the paint job. Or should I say that?
This is the lovely paint job that I always forget his name.
The official LaveCon skin that was.
Tjark did. Is it Tjark?
TJ, was it? TJ? Yes,
TJ.
yes.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yes, I think so. With painstakingly crafted in their spare time.
It's beautiful.
So awesome. Especially for us crazy types that attend these crazy, awesome events. And LaveCon is coming around again, is it?
And so is Elite Meet.
Yeah.
We have Elite Meet April 2nd.
Oh, I love the fact that there's all these events coming out. I'm heading to Wapia. Sorry, there's me cruising off into the distance. Sorry. Yeah, I love these events.
Okay, I'm pouring myself a pint.
Speaking of events, I'm assuming everyone has probably already seen it in the newsletter, but we should probably give it a shout out. Mr. Lewis, CJ, and several of the folks are currently at PAX South, which is in Texas. So if you are in the States, then you can go and meet the crew. So get down there and have a look. They are obviously showing. I think they're mainly CQC on Xbox One at the moment, like you said. I don't think there's any PC workstations there, but they've got a nice little setup, and there's several of the well-known ambassadors there as well, which is cool to see them at the events.
Frankly, who cares about Ed and people like that being there? Our very own Eric.
Eric McCart.
Oh, yeah, Eric McCart is there, and yeah, he's an awesome individual.
Yes,
I love Eric. He's a great guy.
Well, that's the brilliant thing about it is, all the ambassadors which have been introduced and everything like that. The fact that they put them on the website and everything, it's just a really, really lovely bunch of people, and they just can't help you enough. And I think it's just paid dividends for the game. Actually, is to just get someone hands-on and have someone there to kind of step you through that first part, because it does have a steep learning curve. Yeah. We know that. I mean, we were just saying about that. With the new missions coming in, not knowing that you needed a hatch breaker and things like that, it's one of those things. It's a baptism of fire. It teaches you the hard way that if you mess up that mission the first time, you're gonna damn well remember next time. Yeah, I need one of those things. Which is,
I just totally overshot you as well.
Oh, sorry, I just pulled you into a signal source. I was just having a bit of a nose.
That's the kind I deliberately waked up with you.
What have we got here?
We have some encrypted data storage.
It's illegal. Damn. I haven't got a mission or a permit today. Get it? Never mind. I find myself now, recently I've been going into more and more things like the signal sources, just kind of like randomly doing stuff that I wouldn't normally do. I find that it's these things that you've kind of neglected them since the alphas. Like we knew they were there, and you kind of played around with one or two of them, but then you kind of stepped away from it. You think, well, I've seen all the different types of signal sources. Once you've done them a few times, you kind of get used to them and you think, I'm not going to bother with them anymore.
Yeah.
But there are so many new types that have been added in that I didn't even realise in the last couple of versions, and they are all worth checking out now. Things like the distress calls. I don't know if you've approached one of those yet?
I have. Do I have? Let me just check actually if I've got my fuel. For a while, no, I don't have them anymore. For a long time, I had a wee bit of a mini fuel rat stuff on me, just to basically help, because I was doing missions and I was going into help me Obi-Wan Kenobi things.
Yes.
I was like, I need some petrol. I was like, I can give you petrol.
Yeah, it's brilliant, and it's lovely. You feel like a legend, don't you? You come in there and you save them at the last minute. They're just it's really, really awesome. And I
did get rid of it for saving Rex the other night, though. I went off and basically gave myself three SRVs just so I could have a few lives in case.
So I'm just catching up on the chat on there, shall we?
It was a bit painful at some points when we were getting attacked by the SRVs, the Scarabs, the turrets, the heavy turrets.
The big Goliaths.
It was a definite case of ouchie, yeah.
What have we got on the thing? Chanray saying you haven't got your LaveCon skin. Yeah, like Snoz is saying there, Zach should be able to sort that out for you. I think the problem was
everybody should have their LaveCon skin.
You should have it by now, absolutely. If you haven't got it, then
who went to LaveCon?
Exactly. Hands up. Hands up. Everyone put their hands up if you went to LaveCon last year. Yeah, you should have had it. I think they have to be done manually, so if you were missed, it is just probably a manual cock-up, which is a shame, but it happens. Game with Ian saying, someone told me that the compromised nav beacon is a better place to bounty hunt than hazardous res sites at the moment. I've not compared them side by side, but I would imagine they are pretty good.
I've heard similar. As I was saying to you earlier, I did actually find... It's done it again.
It's dropped you. I've not dropped yet. No, I've not dropped. Yeah,
and I've just been dropped into a... It says you got a wing signal here, and it's pulled me out, and we're still 1.24 light seconds away from Wapia 1.
Okay, that's odd. I can't expect... I'm still in Super Cruise at the moment. I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
Strange. Fluffy Bunny Esquire is asking, is there any more details for Elite Meet at the moment? I think other than the date, is it the weekend of April the 5th or the 6th?
Weekend April 2nd.
April 2nd. Yes.
And it's in Glasgow.
Yes.
And people were looking for... Are you still in Super Cruise? Or are you...
I've just dropped by Brother's Vision. Has it just pulled you...
It's done it again. Now I'm 432 kilometres away from you. This is doing my head in.
I could turn. Let's turn the wing beacon off just in case that is. Oh, that's interfering with the.
So it is in Glasgow. It is on April 2nd.
Oh, there we go.
Psycho Cow, Symove, Snoz, and Co are looking into what the heck it's going to be and where it's going to be, because we had a wee bit of. We were hoping to get somewhere, but then Grant's basically had a lot of bad things happening in his life, sadly. And he's just had a lot of real life hit him in the arse, and maybe left things a little bit too little, too late, which might be a bit of a bummer because I know that Symove had a lot of big plans, but we will find somewhere.
Yeah, some way, somehow, absolutely. Spinterly, greetings, Commander. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Good to see you, my friend. Rygar has Rygar. Yes. Commander Abacus will be coming to LaveCon again. Yes.
Yay!
Yes, we are sorting out the plans, and Sminterly is coming along too as well. I keep saying Commander, but of course that's Ambassador Abacus and Ambassador Sminterly. I should say. I need to get my titles correct. Absolutely. We'll have to get some new name badges printed out with all of the various, things, King, Ambassador, and things like that.
There's quite a few people here now.
Yes, yeah. Abacus are just saying in the chat there, the guys from the UGC have come along to fly alongside this. I just want to help. I want to do submissions to help out, because everyone in the UGC has been absolutely fantastic. They've been really, really kind to me. So I want to try and pay my dues and help them. Let's do some things. We've got emergency couriers. That's a nice, easy one. What's this one? Hostage. That's the one I tried.
Oh, let me dock up and I'll see if I can pick up the same mission as you.
Okie dokie. Let's see if we can get some. Looking for anything with the UGC at the moment. We've got Osmium. Not many good ones at the moment. I might just leave the bulletin board there very briefly, and we'll go to the go check out the newsletter. Oh, another question in there. F1 rules. Yo, got 2 questions. One, what are nerve agents? And 2, are they what have been in the medical transport recently with personal enhancements, cryopods, and other things that make them look like superhumans? I think with 2.1 there was a whole bunch of new commodities added into the game. Nerve agents, effectively it's like nerve gas. They're a poisonous, toxic substance for doing lots of harm to humans. So not necessarily for making them better, necessarily probably for killing them off. So there's lots of special commodities that have been brought into the game just recently, and that is one of the special rarer commodities. I think Frontier Elite 2 did have nerve gas, wasn't it? You could buy nerve gas, which was highly illegal virtually everywhere.
I think it's one of the things I like about Elite and Frontier is that they're not scared to have dubious things for us to pick up.
Yes, absolutely. And that's the crazy thing. I mean, the game's got the 7 rating in Europe, and the main reason it has that rating is specifically because of the mention of a drug. Just one single drug. The fact that it says narcotics, or that it has to have that age reference, which is
so not even slaves gave it that.
No, I don't think it was.
I thought the slaves would do that kind of thing. Really.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I think it was literally. If you look on the back of the box, you look at the what's it? The
narcotics.
I can't remember the licensing, the body that does it, but yeah, it literally is that the Peggy 7 is because it mentions narcotics. That's all it is, because of Onion Head. It's it's just one funny reference, but they go crazy with these things, don't they? But
I want to flick it. I want to ask Grant to play the Onion Head advert now.
Choose life. So yes, I give a shout out to this on there. So if you are available, if you've got some free time over the weekend, and please do pop into some of these stream channels here. This is in the newsletter this week. There are lots of well-known streamers doing it. I Am Spoon, Bad News Baron, there's Crass Kitty on there as well. That was the person we were trying to think of the other night, Ben.
Okay.
This other streamer in there. These kick off 10 a.m. tomorrow. And 10 a.m. on Sunday. Whilst we're on the subject of the streams tonight, I'm going to give a shout out.
10 a.m. tomorrow. Okay, that's CST. So what's that in British time?
Is that in CST? Oh, is that plus 5?
So that's in Central.
Plus 5, I think. So you're going to be looking at maybe 3 in the afternoon, perhaps. give or take. Maybe, you could probably do the conversion. CST is
10 a.m. CST to GMT.
I believe that's 3 in the afternoon.
And 4 p.m. 4 p.m.
Minus 6, about 4 p.m. So if you want a warm up in the morning, I want to give a massive shout out to Toad. He's in the chat. Which side is the chat? Chat's over here, isn't it? Toad is running a stream tomorrow at 9 a.m. And he's going to be doing how fast can he get from a Sidewinder to a Cobra from scratch in a brand new commander save. So that is going to be really, really interesting. I want to tune in, but I think I might be heading off early tomorrow. But if you can come and support Toad, then please do follow Toad, give him a follow, and have a look at his stream tomorrow. He gets some really, really good tips, especially if you are quite new to the game. I know there's a few folks in the chat tonight which are quite new, so do give Toad a follow. He will walk you through fantastically. He knows the game like the back of his hand.
So has Toady actually gone off and nuked his commander, or has he bought another box?
No, Toady's got about 3 copies of the game now.
Okay.
So he has a commander account specifically for demoing to new players, which I think is fantastic. It's really great that you
Makes
can.
sense. I was quite upset actually when I read in the Ask the Devs that they are not thinking about multiple commander slots.
Yeah, it was a possibility. I mean, it was early on. It was something that was considered, but I think it's been pushed to the wayside now, and I can understand it. You can work around it by buying another cheap copy of the game anyway. I mean, it was on for £10 in the sales. I know I haven't got enough.
Yeah, but frankly, if I was doing that, I'd really want to buy a cheap copy of of Horizons, and basically I'd want to go and get the Oh, the unlimited upgrade pack thing that I got from being an alpha backer.
Yes, yeah.
I definitely think that Frontier Elite is going to be here for the next 10 years plus. And so, you know, it just makes sense to me.
Yeah, yeah, and lots of people saying they want to do things like, you know, like an auto game, you know, isn't it? It was being able to play a rogue instead of your regular day-to-day stuff, and I do kind of miss some of the opportunity to do that, which would be nice to have another account on to do it. But at the same time, I started thinking about it myself and realised that it has taken me a year to get as far as I have, and I've still not done everything I want to do in the game. So if I had another account, I just wouldn't have enough time to do it. So there is a very small percentage of people, I think, which will benefit from having a new account, which kind of makes sense why they haven't prioritised the development of it. And that's the problem with these things, is as much as they want to do as many features as they can for as many people, they have to kind of weigh it up. And, you know, if this is gonna benefit 80% of the player base, then this is a better feature than doing this for a smaller number of people. Which, you know, it's a shame, but that's the way things go when you're working on development. You have to prioritise. You cannot do it all in a short space of time. Mrs. K is in the chat. Greetings.
Hello, Amy.
What else have we missed on there? Chatting away. I think Dog. Yeah, I think we've caught up on the chat on there. So I'm just heading out to the left ship's base at the moment.
All right. Did you pick up a mission? Sorry.
No, there was nothing there, so I'm heading to the surface base because I've been kind of jumping between the two. I've been trying to find missions that I can do for the UGC back and forth, so...
Yeah, it's all Imperial stuff at the moment here.
Andy Tomo, I can't wait until multi-crew and I want to see Toadie and Dog on the same ship. They will spend most of the time bickering. OMG, I want to see that as well. That would be so awesome. Shorty is home.
But you know,
Good
Dog
day.
will look absolutely fabulous.
Fabulous. Bright pink commander suit, you know. Oh, that would be awesome. It would be great. I would love to just be sat in the back of that ship, just listening to them over the comms on it. No, you Wazek, put the landing gear down.
Hey, that's one of the things awesome. I love doing this in Pulsar, where especially if you'll say in the turrets, then you get to see everything that's going on outside your ship, so you got a nice overview. But it's just like the commander, like the captain who doesn't have his own station really, is like telling us to do things, and then the pilot's like, I'm trying to reverse, and the engineers, I don't know where the hell we're going, I don't have any power. And it's like, yeah, I'm trying to turn the ship, but you've taken away all my power, so I can't actually do anything. It's craziness. It's so much fun. Really, really cool fun. And I mean, going back to LaveCon last year when we had a chance to play Artemis, and it's fantastic. And I can't wait to see that kind of element come into the game. I think it's just like getting in your SRV and going on the surface. It's a completely new angle. It's a completely different approach to the game, and I'd love to see elements in the game, much like Artemis, where you're collaborating to run the ship more efficiently. I think that's just going to be really, really cool working together. I've always maintained that any kind of co-op in the game is my favourite aspect. It's really, really great fun. So to have something which is a really focused, collaborative effort in a single ship, I think that is just going to be really, really awesome fun. It is. It's awesome.
Let's see if we've got anything. Yes, Shorty is chatting away to everyone. I
think Frontier have definitely got the work cut out for them, though, of how do you balance, say, one ship with 4 commanders in it against a wing of 4 commanders.
Yes, yeah.
I think Frontier have got the work cut out big time for that.
Yeah, that is going to be such a nightmare. I mean, we've seen some of the hints and suggestions of what might be coming in the multi-crew. We've seen some of those early screenshots or the in-engine shots of what's happening. Mm-hmm. I like the idea that perhaps maybe that person in the second seat is going to be controlling things like turrets and shields and system usage, and can effectively make a single ship a much more efficient machine and more powerful, more deadly, so it could survive an onslaught from 4 other ships simultaneously. But like you said, that is going to be a balancing nightmare. That is going to be really, really difficult to get right. I don't envy anyone who has to do that, and I don't doubt that it's going to be a little bit flaky on the first attempt. I think maybe it's going to take 1 or 2 iterations.
Is it Anthem who's doing this to begin with?
Who? Sorry,
Well, Adam is doing a lot of the designing work for this, isn't he?
Adam does the production of it, so he kind of oversees all of the things come together.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the balancing would probably come down to Sandro or Mike Evans, that sort of thing. It would be kind of their sort of ballpark to look for that. So I'm going to lean back a little bit second because Tigris Swat NA was just asking, did we reach 82? Yes, the UGC is at 82. 82%, yes. Almost total domination of the system already, and it is literally this player group has been in the game probably less than a week, and it's like boom, yeah, massive
nice job,
domination.
guys.
That was really, really awesome, and I am trying my little bit.
How much? What percentage did they start at? Did they start out owning?
Owning a single. So I think the default is any new player group comes in, they're owning a single.
Right, so they're trying to capture Lefschite's base, or sorry, everyone, all our German listeners.
Lipschitz.
I'm probably Lefschitz, however the hell you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Beaverschites or something.
Yes.
Probably means something very wrong.
Yeah. It's that's kind of how I think they've entered a boom state now, so it's on the cards. It's definitely coming, but it takes a few iterations of the background simulation to take over. Excuse me.
Alvin, just make sure you do not mention the war.
Alvin, play nice, Alvin. Good boy. Sit. That's it. Good Alvin. What's that? Scrubber saying Frontier is already having a hard time balancing the weapons, so the ships so unbalances on the horizons. I like what you did there. It is gonna totally upset the thing. Particularly in 2.1 as well, we've got the looting and crafting coming in, so we're going to see these variations of modules and things that we can have. That's going to completely change the balance again. I'm hoping there's going to be a lot more of a focus on things like the missiles and torpedoes, more boom for your buck sort of thing. You can have these bigger, more explosive torpedoes, something which kind of balances them out, makes them more worthwhile. That would be really, really cool. But again, that makes it a bit of a balancing nightmare. It's going to be really, really difficult to do. But it kind of makes sense that Frontier haven't bothered trying to balance some of the elements that they know are going to be replaced, if you know what I mean. Once looting and crafting comes along, it's going to be thrown away, so it makes sense.
Here's the question of, do you go for the Borderlands approach to balancing and don't?
Yeah, I suppose.
It's like, you're overpowered, but you damn well, the balance is you're paying for it. Yeah, sure, you're overpowered. You will totally and utterly own a poor bugger in a Sidewinder. End of story. You are in a better ship. You can't balance that, but you have basically spent $50 bazillion making that ship, so you kind of deserve it.
Yeah, exactly. If you've spent the time and the effort finding those engineers, tweaking those modules, getting all the A-spec stuff, and then taking them further and stuff like that, yeah, it kind of makes sense. You should be a little bit OP. And I don't think you could ever possibly fully balance it. Stephen Usher, better ECM. I would really like to see more use of that. It just seems like it's just woefully underused at the moment. You never see players going around with missiles and ECM and stuff like that. And it's a real shame, because that was a really, really fun aspect of the earlier games. I'd love to see that make more of an impact in the game. And I think with 2.1 coming along, there's more scope for that to be a possibility. The missiles
here's
definitely to be around.
Okay, so I'm in a pretty damn large ship at the moment with the Asp. And so what have I got? I've got 6 guns. But I've only got 4 utility slots. So, one of my slots I want a scanner, obvious. Like a discovery scanner.
Yes. Yeah.
I've then got a kill warrant scanner. And I've got 2 chaff launchers, because frankly that's what you need at the moment.
Yes.
But I can't do any... realistically, I think if you're wanting to make a bounty hunting ship, you want a K warrant scanner, you probably want a cargo scanner. You need a frameshift wake scanner. You need a frameshift interdictor, obviously, and then you also need chaff and hopefully ECM and everything else as well.
Sorry, just so the video caught up then for a second. Yes.
So you probably, and I'm just wondering, should we get more utility slots?
Yeah.
Should the utilities use less power?
Yeah,
and that
exactly.
basically makes
but it
would make the combat more about knowing what to use and when,
Yeah.
as opposed to spam more chaff and spam more shields.
Make it more tactical, more strategic, and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of that is probably going to make more sense with multi-crew as well, because it could be that someone could be much more rapid and actively controlling your modules and things like that, so you could have more modules that are powered, put into kind of hibernate modes and things like that. So someone who's actively controlling all of the modules on your ship can be bringing the different modules up as you need them, and kind of saying, like, full power to chaff, we need more, so this brings those really cool interactions and stuff like that, and it kind of starts to make a bit more sense. I should really let you know really quick, I've just accepted a mission, courier samples to LTT 518, which is 25 minutes.
Okay. I don't have that. Oh no, available surface logistics.
It might be that one. Yeah, it's 25 minutes left on
LTT
it.
518 Messerschmitt's Inheritance.
That looks like it. Yeah, that's. Oh no, Merit Port.
Okay, I've got to go to Messerschmitt's Inheritance.
Okay,
it's the same system.
It's the same system. And there was another one on there, bringing home the bacon. It was about 212,000 credits.
I've got human trafficking.
That might be it. Yeah, it's a multi-part mission.
Oh, I don't think it's a multi-part one. No, it's just the one with plus on it.
Okay.
So yeah, I've got human trafficking to. What are we doing? We're taking 3 slaves to Rund.
No, that's different. But if you want to just get the
okay,
the
I won't
LTT
pick
one,
it up anyway. I've got the LTT one.
Okay, let's go ahead and go to LTT.
Right, let's launch.
A couple of things like Damast is kind of like the idea of an Omni slot, like on Mech Warrior. Sacrifice 1 or 2 slots to make the rest, so you can fill them with anything. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. One of the things that I've seen suggested that I would really like as well is the idea of having a way of splitting the existing modules. I've got at the moment I've got an interdictor, which is a class 1 interdictor in a class 2 slot. It bugs me that you've basically got half of that space sat there doing nothing.
Yeah. Yep.
I should be able to manage that space and do something with it. You should be able to split those utilities and make them more meaningful. But maybe that's one of the things that the looting and crafting is going to give us a bit more flexibility over. Right, I'm going to have to take that target off and get up into Super Cruise because we're too close to the planet. Can't see it. Was that DJ Turn? They could let us hire specialists. Sorry?
Have you been checking local news while you've been docked?
Yes, I did just put the local news up quickly for everyone to read. The excerpts in there about the UGC.
Yeah. But there's nothing looking corrupted there, unfortunately.
Yes, of course. That's the secret message that Zach was talking about. It's a corrupted messages or compromise. Was it compromised he used? Is he suggesting
compromise corrupted? Something. Yeah.
I've heard the idea that the compromised nav beacons might have some interesting things as well going on, so maybe they're related. Lots of interesting possibilities just on the horizon.
Tish.
Oh, yeah, that's probably.
Talking about things on the horizon, LTT 518 is on the horizon.
Yes, right. Off we go.
I love doing a hyperspace jump, like skimming through a planet effectively.
Yeah, it's really cool. It does remind me of doing it back in the day on Frontier League 2, because you have that kind of almost the time acceleration sort of moment, don't you, as it speeds up. So I'm off to Merit Port, so let's head on over there. So quick check out. Ultimately, splitting hardpoint seems like a really tough thing to balance in any way. Sounds like a rework of every ship if they did that. Yeah, and that's.
I think splitting hardpoints, yes, but shit, son.
Oh, there's a star there. You want to just
I know there's a star.
Scooch to the left a little. Yeah, I mean, the utility slots or the module bays and whatever you want to call them. I think it is. They've been designed that way specifically so ships have certain purposes. Like the one I have at the moment, it is kind of limited by the slots you have specifically, so that it's more geared towards a certain style of play, and that's kind of the point, is that ships are not supposed to be these generic one-size-fits-all things that you can shove together like Lego blocks, but at the same time, it kind of feels wrong. I wish there was something else you could do with them, something which didn't affect the balance, but I don't know how you can do it. It is a difficult thing. You know, you see these suggestions and ideas crop up on the forum, and everyone's always kind of saying, "Oh, this should do this, you should do that."
Okay, I've got an idea. How about you have a internal module that contains an astromech droid?
Okay.
And then your astromech droid has the potential to swap an external utility module out for another one.
Yeah, that would be cool. Doing like external maintenance on your ship as your stops. Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, you have your very own R2D2 who can, you can't, and he'll swap a module in your hold for another module on your ship. Because they're all a generic module anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're designed to fit in these spaces. Yeah,
and that way you're sacrificing a internal slot, but you're getting flexibility for your externals. And obviously it would take, say, 30-40 seconds as well. So
yeah, you power
you
down
can't
the
do
module,
it immediately.
Off it goes like a Olympic controller, fires out, attaches to the outside, takes it off.
No, hopefully a bit less suicidal than Olympic controller.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah. There's so many possibilities. I mean, particularly when we get the EVA coming in at some point in the future as well, it makes sense that you could do that manually as well. You know, you could have spare storage bay, has spare parts in it, and you could refit your ship on the fly somewhere. You just find somewhere safe to park up and go in outside and weld one off and undo the welds.
You don't even need to park up. You can just do it whenever you want.
Yeah, exactly. It's all possibilities, which I think is really cool. That's all the thing that's excited me about the game. Is the fact there's just the possibilities are endless. I can see MahdDogg and Toad arguing about bacon. What on earthly? Every now and then I just see like bacon coming up in the chat.
Oh, all right. MahdDogg and Toad. I saw photos of bacon shot glasses today.
Oh.
I think it was bacon and dark chocolate shot glass, with a smoky whiskey or a smoky bourbon or something like that inside of it. It was proposed by an American, so what they were saying bourbon.
Yeah.
Still.
Fantastic idea. Bacon flavored energy drink. If it tastes good, it must be good for you. Homer Simpson logic. Gotta love it. Oh, so let's go ahead and dock, and I will bring up the dev update, which is got some really cool little snippets from Michael Brooks this week. So I don't want to miss that one tonight. Lots and lots of little
Yeah, I'm
hints
pulling
about
into
2.1.
Messerschmitt's Inheritance at the moment.
Okie dokie. Let's go. Hopefully I've picked the right start point. This is where I go check the transactions tab and realise that I've gone to the wrong port. And you were right all along. I realise going back and doing these missions now how bad I suck at doing missions. Because I've just been doing general trading and fighting and things like that, and I'm not really concentrating on any of these other missions. Okie dokie. Right, that is
Doing missions is so much fun.
They are. They are really, really great fun, and I think people have been missing out on them. Like I said right from the start, that because there were issues with them early on, people have just not gone back to them. I really encourage anyone who hasn't done any missions in a while to go give them a go. They are really, really great fun. Let's go. Where do we need to
Here's
go?
something actually I just want to ask if you've ever noticed. Have you ever gone and done a fairly steep turn whilst you're gliding into a planet?
Yes.
Because have you noticed that you black out?
Yeah, and if you go the opposite way, you do red out as well.
You red out.
You're under extreme G-forces when you do it, and there is a high possibility of it happening. So yeah.
It's very easy to happen. It is.
Have I got the right location? Again, this system is screwed up at the moment. Let me see if I can.
Bacon.
I can't buy the exploration data. It claims I already have. That is such a pain in the backside. So I need to find some bio-reducing lichen. I can never pronounce that.
Lichen, yeah.
Lichen, that's the one. Where can we find that from?
Is that for UGC or is that for somebody else?
This is for the UGC. Yeah, it was a.
Oh, they've got mission notes here as well, do they?
Oh no, that was the other one I picked up on there. So I need to find somebody. It's
okay.
Industrial that creates those. I believe it's Industrial. See if and I was just serious. No, it can't be industrial because we just came from LT 518. Can't be. We'll bring up the dev thing. We've got plenty of time to do that one, so let's bring up the dev update and we'll go through that very shortly. Is that what's Shorty talking about? Bacon and egg flavor ice cream.
And Frontier Elite just crashed on me.
Oh, damn. Okay, I'll send you a wing invite in a second when you come back. Oh, Shorty,
send my bug reports.
Of what is that? I should ban Shorty for putting up links of bacon and egg.
I love black puddings, Shorty.
Oh, sorry, what's that? DJ Target saying there, 7th of February last year, Frontier was pushing us towards Maya and the story. It blows your mind. Yeah, see, there was a plan all along. It was absolutely going to head that way, and it just took people to kind of get involved with the story and stuff. And like I said, it's like you see the highs and the lows as things are happening. There's been this long period when there's been no real progression in the story because players weren't doing enough to try and find it. Everyone was sat saying, "Oh, there is no story. It's boring," and sort of thing like that, and it's like, well, you're not finding it. Go out and find it. Now that the UAs have pointed us to Merope, and Merope has found the first couple of barnacles. We've kicked off all these stories. All these things are appearing in Galnet now. So, if people want story, they got to go out there and find it, and it will automatically trigger.
Gaming with Ian, whereabout in the world are you, and how come you've only had it once?
Yorkshire, nice.
Yeah.
What's that? Stephen says, staying in the blue zone when landing often ends in damage through dropping out of supercruise too fast. I've not seen that myself. I know that if you do approach the planet too fast, then yeah, you will get kicked out of supercruise, and I tend to kind of err on the lower side of the blue zone anyway. But I know what you mean. I have kind of approached a planet way too fast, pulled it back into the blue zone. It claims it's going slow enough, but then, boom, you just get knocked out anyway. I think everyone's talking about food in the chat now, so let's go on to the dev update on there. So we saw there was a quick update this week, 2.04 minor update with a lot of background tweaks and things like that. One of the major underlying things which has caused a lot of people problems for a long time is that there was some issues with the way that the network code calculated the MTU. We've got a science lesson now, or IT lesson. The maximum transmission unit, I believe that is, which is basically the largest size packet your game can send to another client. It was incorrectly calculating it for certain rare cases, which just meant that if you had one player in your instance which connected to you which happened to be miscalculating that, it could just blow up the entire lot for everyone. So they believe that is fixed now. That was one of the main fixes I saw in that patch, and it does seem to improve a lot of things for me. I've seen many of the instances where players wouldn't appear to me and random things like that, or I wouldn't be there for them and stuff like that. That seems to be working better now. So it's it definitely seems to improve stuff there. Also from DJ Towns, DJ Towns right now reading through all of the Galnet. Is a lot for us to do to find clues. Something we might have missed. Yeah, there is a lot of information, and there is so much stuff being put out into the Galnet, and people just flick past it. They don't look at it. They don't read when they land on the stations. It is. There are some hints and stuff in there. Things that are coming in. So, who else have we got?
Oh, I love MahdDogg's idea there of using a spot of beef dripping. Totally top idea.
Still talking about food.
Who cares about Elite Dangerous? We're talking about
this Elite thing? We got bacon.
We're talking about making. Can you get bacon dripping? And if not, why not?
That's what we need. We need a rare commodity. We need bacon in the game. That's what we need. Next play. Yes, it is. Commander EidLeWeise is on the stream with me tonight. Yes, everyone's still talking about it. What's that? She's drinking. What's that? Drinking from a bacon mug whilst in a buggy. Does that count as Elite base? Shorty's saying. Oh, dear. So yes, let's get back to the dev update before it goes too far down the rabbit hole. So as Michael Brooks is saying, continuing the work on development of 2.1, which is coming up very soon. I'm not saying when, but I know it's soon. And the obviously the biggest change that we were talking about already tonight is the NPCs are going to be represented as the little character things like that. But the most important thing that we're talking about here, the NPC behavior, which is the way that they deal with things, the maneuvers, their interactions, whether when you're in encounters with them, finally getting a little bit of a turbo boost.
Sarah Jane Avery's minions are finally being set free.
The mistress of minion she is back with a vengeance. And now she spoke to us about this. I was back in LeafCon last year, wasn't it? We were having a good chat with her about some of the things, particularly. Let's have a look. Where does it say? Well, we'll get down through the rest of it in a minute. But the where is it? For commanders who rely on flying their ships in reverse, the more skilled AI have learned a response to counter it. You have been warned. And SJ, she did explain to us exactly the maneuver that she's worked out for that, which I won't spoil for anyone. You'll find it. If you're going to be flying backwards, you're going to get pwned by the new NPCs. So enjoy that. But no, it's cool that they're getting a pass. I mean, it was something that I think it was first rumoured to maybe be in 1.4, but didn't make the cut. It got delayed, put to the side for the time being. I know SJ was working on it at that point, but it had to get temporarily shelved whilst there was other things being worked on. Of course, now we know that was things like Horizons, skimmer.
I wouldn't
AI.
be at all surprised if you're doing the skimmer and things like
exactly,
that.
the skimmer collision avoidance AI and stuff like that. So that had to take priority for that time. But now it is coming back to the fore. So those things haven't been lost. They were just put to the side. And there's a lot of things like that. It's like people saying, it's like, oh, but you promised us that ages ago, and they just kind of get reprioritized on the fly. So the priority is a constantly evolving beast. It was constantly getting shuffled around. So this is one of the things which is going to make it into 2.1. Whole bunch of improvements, particularly I think, which is one thing that a lot of people are going to be really, really happy about, is the old spinning AI of death. I expect you've seen that a lot, haven't you, Ben?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you get the odd AI which kind of gets completely confused about what it's going to do and just kind of goes off into the sunset.
I have to admit, to be honest, I'm actually quite glad when I see it, because it's like, especially if I'm bounty hunting, it's just print your own money.
Yes.
You got a spinning anaconda worth like 100,000 or something like that. It's like, oh, thank you very much. I'll have that then.
yoink, absolutely. There you go. Is Jack Station searchable? I just saw come in the chat there from Sentinel.
It is searchable, I'm sure it is.
If I spelt it correctly. I can't search for it on the moment. I believe you can find it.
What is it? JAQUES, isn't it? No.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a long way away.
Yeah, it's quite a distance now, isn't it?
It's 221 light years away. In Gliese 1269.
Oh, yes, I did it. Yeah, I forgot that we did it there.
JAQUES, yeah.
Oh, what's that from Abacus there? It is searchable, yeah, I thought so. Andy Tomo, yeah, as long as they fix the AI derping straight into you when they scan you, yeah.
That does my head in.
I've seen that happen to me so many times. I imagine that is right at the top of the priority list, because whenever SJ sees something like that, it really irritates her and she wants to fix it. So yeah, I'm hoping that's at the top of the list. They got a little bit suicidal. They just boost towards you so they can get that initial scan in, which is crazy.
They're kind of doing a itchy nipples thing on me, frankly. You're going in at like 102 meters per second, and then they boost into you, clip your wings, and it's like, oh, you're naughty.
You just broke the law. Oh, it's like a police. It's like following a police car somewhere, and then they suddenly slam the anchors on. Just bang! Oh, so you just smashed into a police car.
Yeah, you rammed into the back of us there. Yeah. Actually, we had a police car ram into the back of us once.
Oh,
at a roundabout.
Oh no!
So that was quite funny. We were all stationary as well, so they couldn't even say we put the brakes on hard.
Oh no! Oh dear! Oh dear!
It all worked out fine, but it was quite funny.
Oh, crikey! That's not a situation I want to be in. Everyone's talking about bacon again on there. Mike is bacon spamming.
And
bacon,
why not?
What
is wrong with bacon?
There's nothing wrong with bacon. There's nothing wrong with bacon. Yeah. So the big thing which is going on obviously is the kind of skill curve for the AI is being flattened out, which is going to be better. So you're going to see the lower level AIs are going to be more fun to shoot, but the higher level AIs are going to offer a real challenge. So I need to work on my damn combat rank before
Not
that
only
comes
that,
in.
but they're not going to cheat so much either.
Yeah. So things like, I mean, at the moment, I think there's no real limit on the ammo of ships, and that's something they've mentioned before. And it is for a gameplay reason. It's so that because if the AI would run out of ammo, they probably wouldn't know what to do, and that's probably one of the reasons why they end up going into this spinning cycle of death, because they've hit some point where
some loop,
some issue has been hit, and it's like, right, I don't know what to do. And you see it with the bigger ships at the moment. You disable the power plants on the big ships like the Anacondas and stuff, and they just sit there waiting for their inevitable demise, which is a little bit of a shame, but it is pretty cool. It's like shooting fish in a barrel then when when they sit there.
But then again, I mean, frankly, once you know from yourself, when your power plant has been shut down, you don't really have a lot of options anyway.
You do, yeah, and that's the thing. It's, I mean, what do you do in that? You kind of have to jiggle everything around, turn everything off.
Reboot your systems basically and hope.
Exactly, reboot and then hope that you can get enough to get your FSD back up and jump the heck out of that. That's all you can really do. Now, it would be nice to see the AI try and do that. You know, try and continue to maneuver whilst you're shooting at them and trying to get minimal power back up to jump away. At the same time, wouldn't it be a real pain in the backside if that Anaconda you're chasing manages to just jump away from you at 1%?
Oh, that's happened to me several times.
Yeah, exactly, and it's annoying, isn't it? So again, it comes down to that balance of making the gameplay fun enough and believable at the same time. So it is a real pain. Sometimes you have to make things less than believable in order for them to be fun, and that's again another one of these tough choices when you're developing a game, I think.
But I do think that AI that cheats is not fun.
Yeah.
Or at least it's AI. You can't say that it's designing it for fun if it's cheating.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you've got your thing, and he's going off and shooting you 100 times with something that you know that there is only like 20 flat cannons or whatever the hell they're called. And he's basically spamming this every couple of seconds, and he can only carry it like a couple of them.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you see that? I don't consider that fun. It's actually this is so sad. But I was playing, I was watching my son play rather. I think it was Animal Crossing. I think it was on his 3DS.
Oh yes. Yeah.
And all I could think of was, that planet's too small.
That's not right. That's.
There's like the planet must be about like a mile in diameter or something like that. Tiny. I felt so bad because like they're running around this thing and it's itty bitty.
That's just wrong.
No.
Yeah.
Like, where are you heading back to?
I'm been trying to figure out where I could get some. Is it bio-reducing?
You're looking for your lichen.
Yeah, lichen. I forget where you can find.
You haven't looked at threads, have you?
No, I haven't got that open at the moment. And Shorty's just asked me, where am I travelling to? I don't know where I'm travelling to at the moment. I need to find some of this stuff and bring it back to that place. There we go. That's
we're in LTT 518, aren't we?
Yeah. So, high-tech refinery. Yeah, I thought I filtered by that.
LTT 518.
That's no planet.
8. And we're looking for a commodity of bio-reducing lichen.
Let's have a quick look. See if we can find it. That's the problem, you don't get the complete export list, do you? You just get the major imports and exports. We could take a
Okie dokie. Well, allegedly, if we go to CD-44 space 224.
Okay, let's see if we can find that. CD
it's
space
17.9. CD-44
space
224.
224. There we go.
Last
Wasn't too far
update
away.
6 days ago, so that's not too bad.
Okay, that's about 3 jumps away from me, so that's
17 light years.
yeah. Let's give that a go and head to the Koolhaas Vision. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's give that a go then. We can but try. We have 8 hours to figure it out. Shorty said, "It's too much space. How much more space can they fit into this game? A whole other galaxy."
Or more.
Yeah, infinite number of galaxies. That was I think that was one of the cool things that David did say. Is that in theory, with the technology they have, they could very well. Sorry, I just saw the in-game message from MahdDogg. Bacon, bacon, come and get your lovely bacon. So cheap, I'm cutting my own throat. Yeah, I mean, they could, in theory, reuse the technology that they've made to create an infinite number of galaxies with all different shapes and variations and things like that. So,
I wonder if we could make a multiverse and have, things subtly different.
That would be such a cool mod. This game, they need to open up the engine for mods, because I would make so many total conversions. I would love to do something like a Hitchhiker's Guide with different timelines and dimensions. Obviously, it would be entirely single player in that respect, because you couldn't cock around with time and space like that. But yeah, it would be really cool to be able to do those kind of things. I'd love it.
We should have at least 8 galaxies. I quite agree.
Yeah. But as we said, though, I mean, the galaxies in the earlier games, they were just slices of the same galaxy. We didn't know. A multiverse with bacon.
Oh, we've got a nav bacon here.
Is it compromised? Is it a compromised nav bacon?
It's just a normal nav bacon.
Do you have other commanders flying around in it? Anti-total Vogons instead of Thargoids. Exactly, yeah. Resistance is useless.
But they can deliver some poetry.
Yeah, they don't kill you, they just torture you with poetry. Oh, Abacus has just given us another one. Rose Murder Can Orbital. Okie dokie. If we are out of luck in this next stop, we will give that a quick go. Thank you very much. Shorty saying, will they ever stop adding developing this game? There's so much detail.
Hopefully not.
Well, yeah, that is the thing. I mean, when everyone looks at the 10-year plan, everyone's thinking, oh, it was from 2012. They've got 10 years planned out from 2012. No, they've got 10 years from the current day planned out. So as it's changing and moving and evolving, there's more things being planned all the time. So infinite. Speaking of infinite, so Stephen should say the infinite improbability drive. That's ridiculous.
Yes. I won the Bistro drive.
That was that in the third book?
Bistromatics. I think it was, yeah.
Oh, yes. It's been a while since I read it. I need to read it again. Yeah, I love the fact that you could potentially end up anywhere in the galaxy if you knew the probability of appearing at that point in the galaxy. That's all you have to do. I love the idea you could just punch in a random number and it would just kind of boom. So you could start taking the notepad of the probability of you landing in the solar system is this one. Or was it Sector ZZ?
Well, that was unlikely.
Was it? Yeah. Oh dear.
Is that a bowl of petunias?
Oh dear. Yes, we need more whales. We need more whales in here.
Space whales. Was it Doctor Who that they had space whales on? That was in one of their Christmas ones or something.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. MahdDogg's reciting Vogon poetry from there. Oh, free-deed grunt bugly, thy merculations art to me, as per Lord goblockets on a lurged bee. Oh dear. I probably totally mispronounced that, but that's the charm of Vogon poetry.
I was quoting Taya Haggis to Grant on Tuesday. But that's because when we were meant to be starting up at 8:30, he was still eating haggis and tappies.
Oh.
We were meant to be going live and he was still eating.
That's fine.
And then we had technical difficulties, but that's by the by.
Yeah, it's not live unless you have technical difficulties. That's part of the thing. Coltrane, yes, I am in open at the moment. I'm off. I'm helping the UGC because the UGC are awesome player group in the game. They helped me out a lot, so it is only fair that I help them now that they are an official player group in the game. I need to get at least friendly with them. It's just terrible. I need to be green when I enter that particular system. Antitomo, yes, I'll have a couple of Pangalactic Gargle Blasters, please.
I think everybody would have a couple of them.
Apparently it's like having your brain smashed out by a slice of lemon wrapped in a gold brick. Oh.
I don't suppose you ever played Starship Titanic back in the day, did you?
Starship. Oh, I remember that was Douglas Adams' game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think I had a system that could run it at the time, so I ended up not buying it because I had such a feeble little 386 or whatever it was. It just I was a latecomer to the PC space. Like I said, early on, I was Amiga and consoles and that kind of thing. And
we played it on. I played it back on the Mac,
yes.
the original Macintosh. Sorry, it wasn't even a Mac then. It was Macintosh.
Yeah, so it's good to mess with stuff.
I'll put my wing bacon down at Caboose.
Yeah, let me. Are you there now, or have you?
I'm just coming in.
Okay.
Actually, I think you're already
I
here.
might be a little bit ahead of you. Yeah, I'm just a few seconds out.
Yeah.
It was DJ Targent, but there's actually there's going to be development on this game until it's not profitable anymore, which might not happen after 10 years. Also, David said they would give out the game code when they shut the game off, which means we can keep a lead running after. I think he said they'd give out the server code. I think that was the words.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, now you've got your wing bacon. Let me lock. Yeah. So if for any reason the game is no longer pulling a profit after many years, then they were planning to make the server code freely available so that people could run their own servers and continue to play the game. I don't see that happening though, as they've blitzed past 1.4 million commanders and there's progressively more and more content coming into the game. There's, like I said, the possibility of Horizons hitting on Xbox One sometime in the middle of this year, I think, is the speculation. I love that banner. Thank you, Dog. I love that banner.
I do feel so bad for the poor Mac users.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those things that I know Frontier, in a drop of a hat, they would put the stuff together if they could for it, but it is really, being stuck in that
It's
hard
basically
place where-
Apple fecked up.
Yeah.
But not... I put the blame for this fully on Apple's court. They're running a version of OpenGL that is 4+ years old.
Years old, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, there's no excuse for that. There really isn't.
This is the thing, and Apple have always kind of been in those positions where they only do what they need to do to get to market, and they don't they don't need to stay abreast of the latest stuff. They've always kind of gone for mobile style graphics chipsets and things like that because they don't need the
We do have
latest
biology-using lichen here, by the way.
Hey, excellent. Let's see if we can buy some out of 7. I think we need.
I might pick up some and just sell it to them as well if they apparently need it.
F1 Rules is suggesting we should play a drinking game. So every time I bring up the speculation banner, everyone has to drink. So if people can get me to speculate about things, I can neither confirm nor deny anything.
Well, let me go and get some more beer, and then I'll also get some whiskey as well for speculation. So,
a good one from Andy Toman there. Is Frontier wishing to bring back the ability to force a misjump to escape a bad situation in the game?
I would like that.
I would like to
really
see
want that.
I know that lots of people who play the original games would love to see that. Meta alloys are here.
Also potentially to move further as well, but in wherever the hell direction.
Yeah,
you might end up doing a 50 light year jump.
Yeah, we're sort of way outside of your range that you wouldn't normally be able to do, or you could end up potentially on the other side of the galaxy by mistake if you.
Hopefully not quite that bad, but
you can imagine it being pretty.
Yeah.
Bad. Bringing home the bacon. There we go. It's my own fault for accepting that mission, wasn't it? So we need to get to Escobar installation. First thing I'm I do.
I've now got a nice bottle of Hobgoblin.
Awesome. Yes, Stephen Usher, the mist jumps to misdirect pursuers. Yeah, so if someone did a high wake scan on you, they would get sent to where you were heading to, but you ended up in the middle of nowhere. And I love that feature of Frontier Elite 2. I think that is really cool. I'd love to see that make a comeback.
I would also, though, want to be able to actually follow inside somebody's wake.
Yes, yeah.
As well as just track them.
Yeah, because that was something, again, it was mentioned way back when, in the days of the DDF, was the almost being, if you're close enough to someone when they jump away from you, that you could be sucked into their wormhole effectively and spat out alongside them, sort of thing. And slaving drives together was another thing. You know, a lot of these things, I think, the problem is when they actually come to implementing it and trying them out, they might not make the cut because they're just not fun, or they don't work correctly, or they introduce some other potential issues and stuff like that. It would be nice if they make it down the line. There's always the possibility that things like that can make it into the game because, you know, I mean, David himself has kind of said that idea that, oh, there's a planet in the way, damn it. Just move the whole planet. The idea there's an arms race, you know, with the technology which is in the game, so constantly people are trying to one-up each other in terms of tech. So I like the idea that you could potentially get better FSDs at some point, you know, drives that allow you to slave to other ships, particularly with the multi-crew and ship launch fighters coming in. I like the idea that you might be able to drag that fighter along with you if you jump away, because it makes sense. You wouldn't want to leave that fighter with no FSD drive floating in space, would you?
This is something, though, that I've long thought, certainly about the interdiction. Yeah, I've always thought that with interdiction things, you've got some, like, let's pretend you were interdicting me in your little courier.
My glorious courier that you must bask in.
But surely my ASP with its large ASP engines should drag your little courier along when you're tethered to me like a little puppy. You should not be able to pull me out. I should be the one dragging you behind me, and you're holding on for dear life.
Yeah. Almost like you'd imagine a cruise ship passing a little rowboat. You'd expect it to be, you know, smashed up in the wake behind it. Yeah. And I think a lot of that idea must have been there at the start, but it might not have been. It might not have worked very well for some reason or another, which is a shame. It might come back though.
No idea.
Yeah. What's that?
Are you still? Yes, you're still.
I'm just heading out at the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
I've just launched. So we'll head out to the next system in a minute. Well, I've bought some.
Where are we heading to then?
Back to. Oh no, where is it? Is it Cernobog? Hang on a sec.
I don't know. Where are you going?
Smintsley's just saying, must take a moment here to realise that the courier is really beautiful. It is. It is a fantastic ship.
It is beautiful.
And I did see who asked me that. Demastes is asking, how am I finding the courier? It seemed a bit limited as a multi-role ship. Yeah, I agree. As a multi-role ship, it is not the best because it just doesn't have enough space or enough modules. But I'm not really using it as a multi-role ship. I'm kind of quite happy using it as exactly what it intends. It's a small-scale courier. Doesn't have a lot of cargo space. But it works very well for doing these small missions. It is a very capable fighter. I was very surprised.
Where are we going?
As a fighter. Shoot. Cancel. Yeah, Cernonos. CERNUNNOS. Sorry.
How far away from that are we?
4 jumps away from me. You're still in range. I'll wait for you to just catch up. We'll start you to catch up with the chat.
Okay. Well, I'm just one jump away from me, so you do your jumps and I'll find it.
Okie dokie.
So how do I pronounce it? Sorry, CER.
Cernunos.
CERN.
UNNOS. OS. That's the one. Yeah.
UNN.
Yeah, that's the one.
I can't remember spelling that wrong.
What's that? Shorty saying the ship is sexy. It is a nice ship, I must admit.
It is. Oh, there's a Cernobog here as well.
too many crazy names on there. Who's that saying? DJ Tarnus is suggesting that we might see micro jumps. I I'm not even going to...
I want micro jumps. I really want micro jumps.
Yeah, particularly... But that would ruin Hatton Orbital, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, I mean, it would, but it wouldn't. I think there are ways that you could do it properly.
Yeah.
Hot station in Cernanos.
None at the moment because I need to scan the system. I just bought an advanced discovery scanner. I'm hoping that gives me the system data because it's not been working.
Well, we've got Gez station and we've got another one.
Oh, here we go. Shorty is tugging the heartstrings now. He was always nasty to me as a child. Little violin playing. It's like, yeah. Tell everyone what you did to my Amiga, to my PC, to my Spectrum games. Yeah, tell everyone. Yes. Admit that, Shorty. Yeah. She's gonna go quiet now. She won't say anything.
Nice cool beer.
There we go. What's that snuff saying? Why is Ben not attacking Crash? We're in a wing. Come on. Oh dear.
We could see if we get into some CQC together in a bit.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I made professional in the week.
Oh god, I'm gonna get squished.
Well, I don't know about that.
Actually,
I mean, I'm so rusty. I go back to these games now and I realise that unless you keep it up, then you keep up the pace of the matches.
Yeah,
you just...
I went off and I was playing on Tuesday with Ed and Adam and CJ, and my god, I got my ass handed to me.
Yeah, it's surprising how. Yeah, you step away from it a little while and you realise, oh my god, and there's so many good players playing CQC at the moment. They must have been literally playing it from day one and absolutely owning it. It's really awesome. Yeah, see, look, Shorty's just admitted that she ripped my original Frontier map. Looking at you, Shorty, yes. she admits that. But I was very kindly sent a spare from a member of the community, which is awesome. I'm eternally grateful for that. It's absolutely awesome.
Yes, the community is awesome.
Yeah, it's wonderful players, man. I don't know if Gaming with Ian, are you doing your stream at 10 o'clock tonight? I must give you a shout out if you are doing your introduction stream for new players. Alright, let's go ahead and scan. 35 new objects. Right, let's see if we can find this damn destination now. Alright, there we go. We've got the mission. Excellent. An advanced discovery scanner does the trick. Awesome.
It does. There isn't actually a lot in Cernanos.
Is that?
There's not a lot of things here.
Yeah.
Where are we going to?
So, it is... I don't know what that number would be. I've not scanned it yet. Hang on, let's go back to the system map. Look at the shock on everyone. Mr. Junks, Andy Tomo, everyone's faces now. Like, oh, Shorty ripped my map. Cernos 7E, I think maybe the last icy world on the brain gas giant. Discovered by Saturnine. There we go.
Are we going to a station or something? Or are we
there
just
is a surface base on.
Okay.
There's a brain. Have you got the system map at all? Can you see the?
I'm just scrolling through the navigation thing, so.
Oh, okay.
I will bring up the system map.
Because I haven't got the name of it, so I will go ahead and buy the data when I get there.
Can you actually buy the data for the system you're in?
I don't know whether that still works. I know it was a possibility. You used to be able to go to the Universal Cartographics, didn't you?
Right. Yeah. There's the last one on the big Jupiter-like planet, or the second last one.
Yes, the brain gas giant and the bottom icy world on there.
Okay, so the bottom planet.
Yeah, it's an icy world and it's got a surface base.
Escobar installation.
That's the one. Yeah.
Copy that.
What's that? So, Stephen Usher, now when will Frontier produce the elite ship chart? Yeah, there's lots of cool things that we all want. I mean, particularly the concept art book, which was mentioned I think it was last week, or one of the earlier newsletters. That the concept art book is still on the cards. It is something they want to deliver to us. I get the impression.
Yeah, that was in the questions.
Yeah, answers from the devs, wasn't it? And I think they're probably holding it back because there are some secret things that they don't want to put into the art book because it will give too much away. Maybe.
Thargoids!
Yeah, certain. Man, that definitely is calls for the speculation alert. I don't know whether it is in the book, but it would be really cool if we see some things like that in there. DJ Tartan, do me a favour and check where Miak is on the first encounters map. Well, I've got the Frontier Elite 2 map. I can't see it from here. I'm blind. I can't see it, but I will have a check on it, see if I can find it. Probably take me an hour to search over every grid on there and find it on there. Rega, greetings, Commander. How you doing? Hopefully your PC is sorted out now. I know you had some big issues the other day. You're trying to do your birthday stream and your PC gives up on you. Terrible. What's that Snuffler saying there? When they add the crate, the ship list will be complete, and then they can make the ship chart.
The ship chart will never be complete and stuff like that.
It's never going to be complete. Oh, poor Snuffler. I'm not going to whine Snuffler.
I liked the crate, I have to admit. It is a nice ship, and I want us to get it, but...
It's a great ship. See, what I'll have to do, I will have to go back and play Frontier Elite 2 and get into a crate and do an entire stream with just flying in the crate, just to prove to people how good the crate was. Oh no, Rick is saying you have to replace the PSU. Oh, I hate that. That's the biggest pain in the ass I think on PC. It's often overlooked, isn't it? Is the PSU, and it basically is attached to everything. If that goes, that's going to take your entire lot. I've seen that happen to people where a brownout because of a thunder strike. It was enough to kill entire PC, because power supply takes the brunt of it.
What happened to my machine just before Christmas? I just did something nice like plugging in a fan. And it took out my motherboard and it took out my data hard drive.
That's just... yeah.
It made me a sad
yeah. That's the worst thing is hardware is replaceable, but data is like, oh dear.
Thankfully, that drive one was basically, here's all my games and everything like that. So it is just a case of re-download Elite, re-download Steam, rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
So I didn't lose any data, thankfully, but it was just time and a pain in the butt.
Yeah. What's everyone talking about? So, what's that? DJ Tartan said, Miak was the Thargoid homeworld. When you travel from Polaris. Yeah, I think I've searched for it in Elite Dangerous, but the name doesn't exist. But then, you wouldn't expect Raxxla to exist on the search function either, would you? I'm saying nothing. I think that's a call for regulation. I love that new banner. I really do. Game of the Year saying Frontier Elite 2 next week. Kerrash Landing. If everyone wants Frontier Elite 2 next week, then we can make an effort to do a retro stream. That would be cool.
Sorry, you just reminded me of something that I want to do with you at some point. We need to do some Carmageddon again.
Oh, what, reincarnation?
Yes, we need to do some Carmageddon.
Yeah, I need to try and I'll set that up actually. I did have some problems streaming it last time, but I will try and get it set up. I think with my new CPU it should work okay. But it's great fun. I know it's one of those guilty pleasures, but
I've only played it for about 5 minutes, and I've not done any offline stuff. Any online stuff. It's all been offline play, but
yeah,
I've had fun in it so far.
Yeah,
I can believe that. Right. I mean, okay, so back in the original Carmageddon with the Carmageddon splat pack and things like that. Me and my girlfriend at the time had 2 Macs networked together.
Oh, cool.
And we spent many hours in our student days networked together playing Carmageddon.
It was amazing fun. I think I did find out early on that if you want to do proper network play, you can't rely on cheap hardware. I think at the time, my friend and I, we didn't even have proper network controllers in our PCs at all. We didn't have a proper NIC. The only way we could play games networked like that when we set up a little mini LAN was literally a crossover cable.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever used one of those, but that was a null modem cable. I think it was called, wasn't it?
I remember non-modem cables.
Yeah, and it was okay. I mean, some of the games which are really efficient, like Quake and things like that, you could play it. It was quite fun. Carmageddon.
We played Duke Nukem. Had multiplayer games of Duke Nukem forever. Sorry, Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
Duke Nukem 3D, God's sake. So yeah, multiplayer Duke Nukem, so much fun.
Oh, I've set up a nostalgia trip in there now. MahdDogg said, "No modem!" Rega, it was the old COM-port 1 to COM-port 2 and all that stuff. It was a nightmare to set up, but it was the only thing we had back then. I've still got the blue cable lying around somewhere. I should have to do a retro-themed stream next week. Next week, was a store poll. Oh, we've got a store poll. 7 votes
Where are
for
we
Frontier
taking
Elite
this
2
icon
at the
to, by
moment.
the way? Yeah.
Okay, so I've delivered it here, and it looks like what's that? Next job is to get 7 structural regulators. Oh dear.
I shouldn't have picked up that like, and I'm losing 4,000 credits on it.
Oh, sorry.
Oh well, Celavi. Right, this place sells structural regulators. It looks like.
Oh, do they sell them here?
Yes, they do. Now I'm going to be a git and going to buy them.
Let's see.
I think they do. Oh no, they don't. Sorry, they buy them.
Oh, so they haven't got supply in
Yeah.
here. They've got 42. So we need to look that up. Let's see if we. Who's that? What's the abacus saying there? Oh yes, I showed the shortest commander ever was right at the start of the stream there. Little Leon.
I don't know. Would Leon be shorter than Grant's cats?
Oh, good point. Good point.
Grant has his kittens
co-pilots.
now.
Yeah, he's training them up ready for the multi-crew release later this year. So.
Right, so we're in what's this? Do you want me to look up on Elite Trading Tool again?
Yes, please. Yeah, let's see if we can. Find,
Okay. What system are we in? We're in Cernos. We're here.
Game of the Insect. Yeah, that reminds me of the good old days. Isn't it? Every time you wanted to play Doom over LAN with your mates, you had to change the IRQ on your sound card using physical jumpers.
Oh yeah.
I remember that setting the DMA and the IRQ channels, editing your config sys and auto-exec back to get the damn thing to load. Yes, those were the days. Yeah, absolutely.
What was it? Structural regulators, you said?
Structural regulators, yeah, we need 7, so it's...
Oh shit, piss off.
Let's quickly head back to the newsletter. I don't want to miss anything we've gone over on there. Okay, let's head back into the newsletter. So yes, shout out to the Hutton truckers this week. They managed to set off on their mission to rescue their fellow commander. Yes, I think have they now taken over the EidLeWeise system? I think they have actually succeeded.
We have indeed, yes.
Yes. See, this is the problem. There's so many factions I want to help, and player groups and things like that.
You'll be glad to know that Wappia Brothers Vision.
Oh, excellent. We'll head back to
apparently.
Wappia there. Let's go ahead and set up that route in a second. Yeah, and what was the location, like you said, Square Bunny did the video from? What was the name of the battle? I forget now.
Give me a sec, I'll try it. Actually, it's linked. It's linked in the newsletter.
It's linked in there, yeah.
So if you click on that, you'll get it.
Okay. I've just clicked launch a second, so...
I'll put it. Am I allowed to post links
sure,
into your chat?
Yeah, but...
Right, here we go then. I haven't tried ED Toolbox yet, Enshiv. I want to give it a shot. But I am currently using the Elite Data Market Connector, which is a lovely and simple utility.
Oh, that's a cool. See, I love these screenshots from inside nebulas or very close to nebulas. I love the way that the nebula lights up the backs of these planets and stuff on them. They're not direct lit from the start. Really, really cool. Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
That's nice. I really cannot wait for us to get multiple light sources in game.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it looks beautiful.
It looks so awesome.
Yeah,
it looks beautiful, but it means so much more beautiful.
Yeah. See, I think the problem is a lot of it is down to the automatic balancing of the exposures, isn't it? And that's what a lot of people don't realise. It's like you've got a brown dwarf near you, which kind of got a dull red glow, but then there's a really bright white star in the system as well. The fact of it is, they wouldn't. The white star would drown out the brown dwarf entirely. So unless the brown dwarf is on the rear side of the planet lighting it, you wouldn't see any light from the brown dwarf. You know what I mean?
I mean, call me old-fashioned or new-fashioned or whatever the hell, I don't know. I want to. We don't have a pane of glass in front of us.
Yeah.
In our cockpits. We know we don't, because otherwise we'd be blinded when we come out at suns.
Yeah, exactly.
End of.
Yeah.
So why the hell can we not have multiple spectrum showing up on our viewports? Let me show me an infrared scale. Show me a
ultraviolet or some other.
But also give me a dynamic, natural-looking environment, shall we say, where your yellow star looks like a yellow star, not the white ball of fire that it actually is.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, there is a lot of that is already going on. There's a lot of dynamic shifting of the exposure range in the system. So that's why you see them kind of, when you initially approach a star, it kind of fades in, doesn't it? You get that kind of thing. It's because and then when you supercruise away from the star, more of the background stars start to come into focus because the exposure is dynamically adjusting as you're moving along. And at the moment, it's been very finely tuned to kind of get a good balance of something which is believable and something which is actually playable. Because if the exposure range was just set to a natural thing, like you said, you'd be completely blinded. You would not see anything at all. That star would drown out all.
You come out at your star and you have a white screen.
Yeah, absolutely, and not to mention that. I mean, particularly on some of these planets very close to a star. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You wouldn't see anything actually. Your eyes would be melted. But yeah, if you go to like one of these planets, like like an icy planet near a star, a white hot star, it would be completely drained out. You wouldn't see it, and you see this when people are doing things like the ED effects. And they're tweaking the sliders and the contrast and the bloom and all that kind of settings and making them extreme. And then people go onto these planets like that and they can't see a thing because the exposure has been screwed with. It's very difficult to get it to a point where it looks good and is also believable.
I mean, I guess it falls into the same kind of category, I guess, as our HUDs. There are things that they could do tweaking what you see out of your cockpit window. And maybe you could say, okay, well, shift me things a little bit, but I would like to say shift me things a little bit more in the infrared range so I can see the thermal signatures of ships, for example.
Yeah. Kind of glow. The hotter ships would have kind of a bloom or kind of a glow around them. I see a couple of the mentions of people what's in there? End shift saying, why are we getting lens flares? Yeah, very true. There's no reason why you should see lens flares. They look cool. That's at the end of the day, that's what these things
blame
come
JJ.
It comes into, we can do this cool effect and it makes it look so much awesome. Let's put it in. What's the other thing I know? So who said that? Game with Ian saying, why aren't we dying when we're travelling around in super cruise with your canopies blown out? Yeah, in theory you should be bombarded with particles at the speed of light and being instantly vaporized.
Maybe kind of sort of. Remember, we do have a shield around us as well most of the time.
Yeah, but again, you can travel with your shields powered down.
Well, maybe we have a secret shield that we
know.
have an invisible particle shield or something.
Yes, your flight
That's
suit is made of hand wavium. There you go. But yeah, of course, I mean, we've got the eternal excuse that obviously you have that visor over your commander, so you get away with that excuse.
It's magic.
Yeah, but of course, when Morty Crew comes in, we're not going to have the helmets on anymore. We're going to be sat there barefaced, exposed to the elements. So yeah, I get it.
Sorry, you've just made me think of something I want to do now.
Yeah, go on.
I want to blow out my cockpit when we're all in and see what happens. I want to see you reaching for your cockpit. I want to see you reaching for your helmet and slamming it over, or your remlot explode over your face and things like that.
Yeah. Just let that come over. I would
Well,
love
that's
to see
what it should be.
It should be, yeah. It should. I'd love to see that.
And it's like that. There's a Scandinavian bike helmet that
that's
basically
like a collar, and it
detects
just
yeah.
Yeah, that is cool.
I mean, that's basically what your rem looks like, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what it should be like. I mean, I'm hoping that when like the FPS stuff becomes more prevalent, that is the sort of direction they're going to go in. There's no point in making an animation at the moment because you don't really benefit from it. But when it's more meaningful, then it would hopefully come in. We 7 of these, don't we? 7 structural regulators, bringing home the bacon. And then we need to head to River Orbital. MahdDogg can answer all of these questions. It's a game! You're supposed to drop an F word in there somewhere, MahdDogg, I think. But no, I agree with that. Oh, Snoz! Snoz said the I word. No.
What's Snoz saying?
So, nobody says the I word on this. That's it. Get out. Get out. Nobody's...
You can't break.
The put your bucket in a head of water word. MahdDogg pass. Here we go. Just caught up with it. MahdDogg passes Snoz a bucket for his immersion. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. At the end of the day, it's the responsibility of immersion is not solely on the game developer. It is a shared experience.
I've got a courier mission for the UGC going to Chulin.
Let's have a quick look at that then.
John didn't look at it.
I didn't look at the bulletin board. I was too busy focusing on the one mission. Let's head back in. Oh, whoa! Oh,
Was that you?
No, I just had that sudden thought that did I request docking clearance as they started firing? I was like, oh shit!
Yeah, I've only got one mission here for UGC. It's just a data mission, but hey.
Okay, let's have a look at that one. What's this? Can I vote for Zoo Tycoon? Oh, yeah. Put the was it 11 votes for Frontier? I guess we're doing a retro stream next week. Can I do? Yeah, I could actually stream because I've got the Zoo Tycoon. That was one that Frontier made, wasn't it? So I've got that down on the Xbox. I could stream that. What is it? Is it the top one? Need a new kind of cartographer? Is that the one? Oh, that's only a low mission. I'm looking for the ones with a... Here we go. Deliver encrypted data to Fallows Orbital. Is that the one?
That's the one, yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and grab that one.
Oh, and I've got a bounty to hand in as well.
Okay, I'll make that.
Okay.
Yeah, Saturnine's got a good point there, Shorty. If you want a Zoo Tycoon stream, then you're going to have to come over here and co-host. There you go. Right, let's jump quickly back. Where do we get to? So we've gone through the Galnet stuff. Oh, educating Ed. He's with the Pixel Bandits next week. When is this? Is it next week? I think he's still in PAX, isn't he? Hang on.
I think it is next week, isn't it?
Next week. Oh.
He's in PAX till Monday.
Oh right, so he's racing back. Oh, poor Ed. I think
He doesn't need to sleep.
He does. Yeah, we've done a 24-hour live stream, so who needs sleep past that point? Yes, and I want this free paint job. Yes, this is the one reason why you should join in on the streams over the weekend. If you get a chance to get on them, you can earn yourself a free paint job. So definitely do jump in on the streams, even if it's just for a short space of time. Get in on some of these streams, and you could win yourself a paint job.
Actually, talking about that, I've got a question for you. Like, okay, so obviously it's completely and utterly awesome that Frontier give paint jobs to anyone who actually makes the effort to go see them as a show.
Yes.
That's great. I think everyone agrees with that. Is it right that they also give a paint job to anyone, just absolutely anyone, who shows up and listens to their stream? Or is it undermining the value of the paint job that they give to people at the show?
Well, I think last time when we were at EGX, I think everyone who was actually physically there at the event got a card. If they didn't already have the paint job, they could. Well,
Yeah.
it was a decal at the end of the day, wasn't it? The EGX decal. But I think
No, it's a paint job as well. There's a paint job for your Cobra as well. It's actually it's a nice paint job. It's basically it looks like the St Andrew's cross on a Cobra.
I'm wondering whether or not I actually have that. I need to go check. Terrible, terrible. I should be writing a forum post about that. There we go, like that, and then moderating myself.
I think you just need to quit the game, to be honest.
Yes, yeah, that's it. Flames. Hashtag flames.
Flames.
Rage quit. Protest go. Get it there. I'll go check. But yeah, I think anyone who did physically show up, they got it, which was cool. But I think what we were doing, we were giving them away as prizes. So I don't think everyone on the streams were getting the paint job. I think just
not everyone, but a lot of people did.
Yeah, a lot of people did get it on there. We were giving them away as judiciously as we could. It's like just throwing them away.
Yeah.
Yes, Gaming with Ian has got a point. Shorty, you need to be a guest again at some point. You need to come on the stream. What else was that? Yeah, MahdDogg's got a point. I mean, paint jobs, they're a little bit of fun. They cost nothing to give away. They don't change the game in any way, do they? Because they are just cosmetic. What's this? Oh, NPC is after me. Ignore him.
I want my bobblehead in game. Not my bobblehead. I want my furry dice in game.
Furry dice. I would love that. Yeah, of course, just randomly just bouncing around in 0G. That would be awesome.
Yep. Furry dice, or maybe an Alvin Defeer bobblehead.
Yes, we need an Alvin bobblehead. Vote for Alvin. I don't care about my bobblehead. I want an Alvin bobblehead first. Yes, Rega, absolutely. Yeah, do hit me up. You are very welcome to be a guest at any point when you get a chance in the future. Icefire wants a Crash bobblehead. It would be cool to have these. I love the idea. Is that once we get the commander creator in, that you could have like your own bobblehead. So whatever your current commander looks at, that would be pretty cool. That you could just take your head you've generated, put it on a bobblehead. I pay a $5 for that in the store to have yourself 3D printed.
A bit vain, but yeah.
Well, yeah, true. But then, I mean, you could make your commander look any way you want. So you could have, you don't have to be yourself, but you could make any crazy-looking bobblehead on that.
You mean Vigo could make a John Stapler bobblehead
with those strawberry blonde,
luscious ginger locks.
What's Abacus put in there? Ooh, what's
okay,
that?
I've dropped wing bacon. Ooh.
Oh, okay. Are you already at? Where have you headed?
I'm at Fallows.
Oh, have Fallows you gone for the? You've headed off for the encrypted data one, have you?
Yes, I have, because that's the only one I've got.
Oh, okay. So hang on. Yeah, I'm just the structural regulators. I needed to take them to a different starport in the same system, so I'm just heading over there first.
I'll lurk in Fallows, and you can drop in my wing bacon anytime.
Cool. Okay. Thank you. Max Place, and you'd love to have Predator as a bobblehead. It would be cool to have things like that, but I think anything which is like a copyright material is yeah. You're gonna.
There might be some IP going on there.
Yeah. As soon as it's
talking about IP, we've got a Commander Sillet Bang here.
Oh, Sillet Bang! Oh, he's awesome. I did drop in on one of his streams the other day. I love the fact that his entire theme for his ship fits the Sillet Bang kind of branding. The purple and green is awesome. Oh, it's excellent. So many crazy people in this community, but you love them to bits. They're awesome. Yeah. They're what make it unique. Smithy, yes, he did say wing bacon. There's a.
I did say wing bacon.
Yeah, there's a vital spelling mistake in the game. It should be bacon mode, not beacon mode. Aiden Africa saying yes, that commander should be really clean then. Squeaky clean, yes, absolutely.
There I am. This is actually quite a busy little port where we are, this Fallows orbital.
Is it gonna? Oh, what's it? Garzini said, waiting for the speculation alert when he says Thargoid bobblehead. There we go. I can neither confirm nor deny that we will have a Thargoid bobblehead. There we go. That's a soundbite, isn't it? It's like I do not know
Yes.
that you not have a bobblehead. There we go. Quote that. Oh, that is a cool idea actually from Damascus. There is having a ship skin with kind of like a palette swap color or
Bacon.
two in it that you can drop. You know, you could drag a slider along and kind of make almost a custom skin by doing that.
Yeah.
I think that would be a pretty cool thing.
That makes sense.
That's something which
But
would be
I think
possible.
you could do that basically with any of your basic patterns.
Yeah, I mean any of the current skins really. There's a few key primary colors which are used to make them they you know contribute to the skin. So it's entirely possible that they could do that with any one of the skins. That would be pretty cool to have kind of a chromatically varied paint job or something.
I've just seen why this place is so busy. There's a community goal to do here.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there is. There is a Destroy the Emperor's Dawn Shadow Cell community goal here.
Oh, of course, and that's what's mentioned in the newsletter this week as well, isn't it?
It is, yes.
It's Stephen Usher saying iridescent paint job. Yeah, that would be pretty cool, reflecting and shimmering.
Can you imagine
under
a
different-
tie-dye paint job?
Oh, yeah. There's so many cool things that you could do with it. It's really, really awesome. All those pixel shaders. Von Awesome, yes, I've always been trying to help the UGC wherever I can. Absolutely, I need to get friendly with the UGC. Oh no, we need more bioreducing. Lichen. Damn it. We need to go back to what was that previous port we had?
I can't remember.
We'll go back there in a second. I will
It
head over
wasn't
to
far.
you because I have a 2-hour time slot on the first one. Ooh, charity mission for the UGC. Bag that. 20 grand. You can
Are we
gladly
at the
have.
UGC port here?
Well, I've just landed in. Was it Rebel Orbital at the moment? Crossbow, you missed the stream. We've been going. Yes, we've been going for over 2 hours now. I'm keeping Ben awake now, so it's.
Oh, what was it? I think it was Thursday. I was in bed by about 9:30.
Oh crikey! Sorry, mate. We will wrap up.
No, I'm wide awake tonight.
Oh, Fiery Toad's off. Farewell, Commander. Thanks for
Shoot
tuning
up
in.
it, Fly Toad.
And don't forget, everyone, do follow Toad if you're not already following Toad. He will be doing a noob stream from scratch, Side to Cobra, first thing 9 AM GMT tomorrow. So please do follow Toad and join in for that tomorrow. It's going to be good fun. Any more commanders? Oh, human traffic. Which one's this? Hostage mission. I do like the.
I don't see any. I'm in the same system as you, but I don't see anything for the UGC.
No, don't see anything else.
No.
Okay, I'm going to head on over to Fallow's Orbital now and catch up with you. Carry on.
So I guess Rebel Orbital must be more of a neutral place or something.
Possibly. There is a faction influence there from the UGC. So
Yeah.
Let me go ahead. Oh, is it Can Orbital? That's the one. Yes. Thank you very much, Abacus. I knew you said it earlier on. The chat has been scrolling past me tonight. So. Notepad in hand. See, notepad in hand.
Right. Well, I will lurk here with my wing bacon down.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'll head on over. I've got the nav lock now, so I'll head on over.
Yeah, Saturn is still wanting a Kerrash bobblehead.
Yeah, it would be cool. I would love that. But the last time I spoke to Michael Brooks about that, his what was it? What was it? Fantasticon. I said to him, you know, how much money would I need to raise to get a Kerrash bobblehead? He said, how much are you willing to give? I was like, yeah, that's a Michael Brooks answer.
Yeah.
Snoz, mate, no worries. Last time I put the banner up, we were just saying about a Thargoid bobblehead, which was just a silly, flippant remark. So.
I have weird artifacts on screen at the moment.
Have you?
Yeah, this planet in front of the station's got a nice black square in it. But then, even weirder, it's got like a bit further down, it's got a square with weird shapes in it.
Thargoids confirmed.
Yeah, it looks almost like the top of it looks a bit like a Vanderbilt set.
You're right, Snoz. No one wants me as a bobblehead. They want Alvin bobblehead. Absolutely.
We all want Alvin as a bobblehead. All those nice orange women in leather. I wouldn't mind having them as a bobblehead either.
There's so many cool little options they can do with the bobbleheads. Unfortunately, they do take quite a bit more effort than a paint job, unfortunately. Otherwise, we would see more of them come in.
Yeah, I could believe that.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, what would make so much sense though would actually be for them to do a mug bobblehead.
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
you do your basic mug bobblehead.
Just the shape, and
then
you
you just need to skin it, and that can't be too hard to do your wrapping around it.
Yeah, job done. Should be good.
Yeah.
Archive 1, 2, 3.
Snoz has actually raised a good point there.
Oh, sorry.
The Alvin bobblehead would raise funds for the hearing dogs.
There you go. Yeah, just like our archive was saying there, you could do a specific one for certain charities, and give the money to charity. That would be a cool thing. I mean, Frontier have helped raise so much money over the years of the game. I think people don't really appreciate that. I mean, the last one was like 25 grand over Christmas that Ed did his 24-hour live stream.
That's crazy.
That's awesome. That's
it was more
awesome.
than 25 grand, wasn't it?
Was it? I thought.
I can't remember.
It was a lot. It was a lot of money, which was really, really cool to see that. And you know, I'd love to see. I mean, I'd definitely throw money at something like that if it was a mug bobblehead or something like that. And you know, all the proceeds go to a charity thing or something like that.
No, I'm sure the truckers would.
ITN.
Yeah, Ian is off. He's off to CQC.
Oh, he's off to CQC. I don't think we're going to get time for CQC tonight. I need to
I'm
get friendly
sure
with
that the
UGC.
truckers. Yeah, I'm sure that the truckers would very happily let any money for a Hutton mug bobblehead go to special effects or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the cool thing about the community is always, just always all about helping each other out at the end of the day. It's really, really cool to see that. It's nice that these things are not sought after for one person's particular needs or anything, which is what I've always said. I mean, it's funny as it would be to have my own bobblehead. I'm not clamoring after it. It would be good fun, but I wouldn't.
Yes.
I wouldn't demand that in any way. Not at all. You've started Snoz off now. He wants to. He wants to tell the truckers that that's a possibility.
Confirmed, Snoz. It was said on the crash stream.
Oh, what have I got? Oh, there we go.
And actually, did I hear something about you working on Half-Life 3?
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Speculation.
Oh yes, I need the banner. There we go. I can see. I think you just saved my ass then, Ben. Actually, because I just jumped into the system and
Saved
saw
me from doing a loop of shame.
Well, no, I saw I wanted Fer de Lance, which is always bad news.
Well,
always.
If this place is doing a community goal, it could be a little bit hairy.
Probably, yeah. And that's the thing, which is always a little bit of a. I mean, maybe there needs to be some tagging system in the game. Maybe that's the simplest way of doing it. There's a tag that if someone is contributing to a community goal and you want to actively blockade it, that you can see just by selecting that target that they are contributing to that community goal. Because so many times, I've been interdicted just because I'm in the area of something, and it's like, I'm not even taking part in this thing. I'm just travelling through. I'm stopping for fuel or something like that. And that's one of the things, going right back full circle to the start of the stream, with Sandro's thing, is, there's this kind of, there's no tools to allow someone who wants to be a pirate to know that they're doing the right thing. So they look like an asshole. That's the problem.
And I think it's something I was discussing about the other day with the ISC channel, that, how do you do piracy properly? And I think one of the things that we need is, you need to be able to do contacts, select your contact, and then declare piracy.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Just something like that. excuse me. I know that some people are saying that at a station you flag yourself as a pirate. I'm like, no, you don't want to do that. Because, can you imagine leaving Plymouth Harbour with the skull and crossbones on it? You're just not going to do that.
Yeah, nope. Yeah, you need to wait.
Bad
until you're
idea. But on the other hand, when you go off and you're interdict your ship, then you shove up your skull and crossbones, and then they go, "Oh shit!" And that's when they go, that's when they're like, "Okay, I really had better, sort of heal 2 or something like that, and give them me cargo."
Yeah, exactly. If someone comes up, I mean, I've had a couple of really great little role play kind of situations with players playing as pirates, and stopping me actually typing in the text chat, telling me stop your engines immediately and submit to a scan. And so I thought it was really, really cool. Scanned me, found that I was actually carrying nothing, and said, "Be on your way, Commander." So I was like, excellent, brilliant. That's what piracy should be.
That's what it should be about.
But unfortunately, too many times it's just used as an excuse for griefing, and it's really sad because it shouldn't be that way. What's that? I'm just trying to find that now. Abacus is asking to show the news, encrypted stuff in local station news, and I can't see.
Okay, go into your Garnet, Kerrash.
Oh, is it not in this one? It's in the Garnet.
Well, this is where it might be, but so go to Garnet. I can't see what's happening there because I'm about 40 seconds behind you.
I'm a little bit behind you.
But in Garnet, then you'll see a thing there.
There we go. Again, like I said, I forget this even. So it's like this is the problem, that people don't realise these things are in here. But there's a lot of detail in these hidden things. So let's go ahead and read this up. A number of pilots have reported cryptic finding messages in Starport's news feeds. The origin of the messages is not clear, but they share certain characteristics, including references to apparent criminal activity, and in some cases coordinates. Often these messages are partially corrupted, suggesting they were originally hidden in the news feeds in an encoded form. Precisely why these messages have started surfacing in the public news channel is unclear. Are these messages genuine criminal communiques, or merely a creative hoax? We leave you to decide. And again, this goes back to the thing that Zach was saying, is the problem is all of this information is here, but people are often kind of skipping past it and not finding it. So Frontier have to kind of prod and poke us and kind of encourage the community to get and find these things. I wonder if we can find any nothing particular in here.
Did you hear about that situation where inside Elite Dangerous there was a Reddit quote of somebody's, I think it was something like, somebody posted a Reddit thing for like a baseball game or something like that, saying I've got tickets for this, and these are my seats, and basically that quote from Reddit made it into Elite Dangerous.
Oh, cool.
But this is all at the start, just before the barnacles were eventually located, and people were speculating that those rows and seats and the game and everything like that were maybe linking into coordinates in game that we could maybe go and find.
Yeah, I did see that one, and people were getting really, really kind of worked up on what the possibility of those things coming in, and that's the thing I think is really, really cool, is this kind of so many little sneaky little hints and things like that. David Gilson's just hit the nail on the head that we were living in the too long didn't read age. Exactly, lots of people just aren't.
Yeah, here it is here.
Okay,
let's. So this is the quote. If you want to buy my tickets to Thursday night's game, let me know. Section PR5, row 2, seats 5 and 6, dead center, ice perfect, viewing heights.
That's the one. Yeah.
And it's like, it's the LA Kings, PR Pleiades. Row 2, so planet. Whereabout was, which one in Morocco was it again?
Was it 5C? I think it was 5C.
So PR5, so not 5B.
Let's go check. I've got it on the galaxy map.
I'm heading off to Merope on the galaxy map right now.
Okay. I'll try and find these.
Seats 5 and 6, because it was actually it is actually on a few places, but
Yes, it's spread out over a couple of things.
Come on.
Tigress, Smintily, and Abacus. I can see you chatting in there. Yeah, the ROA again. The Ronin of Amarak. I've had a mixed experience with it. A couple of them that just shot me on sight. I've had a few of them that no explanation whatsoever, not even in a system that they were attempting to crawl. I think they just kind of saw my name and immediately fired on me, which I've had happen. But again, I've had others which have approached me and and kind of really role played the pirate character, which is pretty cool as well. Oh, Short is off.
I like it when that
Night,
happens, I
Shorty.
really do.
See you
No, Shorty. So there's the link to the thing in Reddit, and it is a severe what the actual heck is that doing in game?
Yeah, let's have a...
I love the code. The code when the code are actually acting like the code are awesome, guys.
Really, yeah. I've had a couple of them interdict me and just play the part really nicely, which is cool.
Yeah,
it's really, really cool.
But I mean, this is one of the things that the code and the Hutton truckers actually get on really quite well, because we give the code a reason to go and do stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's all part of playing off each other and kind of it's that whole idea of blazing your own trail. It's making these player activities in the game.
I don't know why Frontier dropped that saying. They really shouldn't have.
What, blaze your own trail?
Blaze your own trail.
Have they seriously dropped that then?
Well, I don't know if it's dropped or not, but it used to be. Was it PAX that they had that everywhere? And nowadays you don't really see it, do you?
Yeah, I think it's just that people weren't getting it. I think that's the thing. It's like I always try to drive the point home because I think it's...
How thick do you have to be? Oh my god!
Yeah, that's the problem. It's just like was said above. It's that too long didn't read.
CommanderDangerous.com.
Yeah, he's floating around. That was the one I saw, which was the wanted
he's a virulence.
Yeah. Let's see if we can head to this station that Abacus has suggested. Can orbital. There we go.
Right, where are we going,
outside?
Mr. Kerrash? No, he's not. He's docked up.
I'm heading to Rosmerta. ROSMERTA. Need to get some more of these bioreducing.
ROSMERTA. Okie dokie. Any particular port in Rosmerta?
I think was it Can Orbital? I think that's the closest one. It's got the bioreducing...
Can Orbital! It's not Can Orbital, it's Can! Yep. Okay.
There, let's have a quick look at him. 25,000 credit bounty. That's not much for furry lads.
We can take him.
Yeah, not sure in this. I mean, I've gone up against a few different ships in this NPC ships, and this seems to be a pretty capable little combat ship. Actually, the Courier. I was quite surprised. It's definitely better than some of the other ships like Cobra and all that kind of thing. It's a nice little ship, definitely.
How many outputs does the Courier have?
Bitstorm's got a good point there. I wonder if they thought blaze your own trail emphasizes solo too much. Yeah, that's... And they really want to try and kind of push the kind of multiplayer collaborative stuff. And that's definitely more about where the game's been going in recent updates, is more of that kind of, let's get people working together to achieve these community goals.
Abacus, you're talking to a trucker. We can do more than that. It's nothing.
It's 47.
That's it's just next door.
That's like a walk to the shops. That's no problem. I've been to Hutton and back 19 times, Tri-Station Dungan Vision. Oh, there's another one in there which is a little closer. Let's have a quick check. Rosmerta. Icefire saying the Courier is the Empire's vulture. Dungan Vision is a little closer, yeah. We can go there. It's got a commodities market, yeah. We can head there.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, it feels very capable little combat ship. I was quite surprised. I got it just as a kind of literally a small run around to help do a few of the basic courier type missions and things like that. Like I said right at the start, it wasn't really to be a multi-purpose ship, but I found it was very, very capable. So I actually like it. I'm stuck with it.
I mean, that's the whole reason why I'm flying my ASP at the moment. Yeah, it's I love my ASP. I really do.
It is a nice ASP. It's very nice ASP. But yeah, I mean, since the Horizons update has come out, I found the ASP is suddenly a much more capable multi-role ship. It's just really good for just about anything you throw at it, isn't it? I love it. I think it's a great ship now. I mean, it was great anyway, but I think with the new features and things that came in,
I love the ASP like ever since I first got one. And yeah, actually, since Horizons, I've been flying it more than I have my Anaconda.
Yeah.
But that's because I've been flying around the galaxy more, doing bits and bats rather than doing trading and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's got the range, and I don't mind flying off to Merope and things like that. I don't mind doing all these things. Right, so should we try Samos Terminal? That's a bit closer.
Oh, hang on.
I can have a look there and see what's there.
I was taking the long route. I should have been hyper jumping. I was paying no attention there.
Well, I'm in Rosmerta now. I hope she doesn't mind.
Oh, sweetie. Did you ask for consent?
Well, I haven't asked for docking permission yet, but that's because I'm still 2,500 light years away. Sorry, light seconds.
Abacus is that, yeah, like a bigger version of the ASP. This was something we were talking about the other day. Once again, the ASP Explorer Alex.
The Super ASP.
Something, yes. The giant ASP.
I don't know if I would like a giant ASP.
I think. Oh, Snoz is off. Night, Snoz.
Night, Snozzy.
Thanks for tuning in, mate.
Night, Alvin.
Yeah, night, Alvin. Oh, Von Awesome, yes. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Hopefully I will help the UGC out as much as I can over the next couple of days. Thank you.
Yeah. Juice. Oh, Dewey, whatever. No, Dewey's Dutch.
Your Wiedersehen.
Yeah.
Yes, FLX gaming there. That would be the Type 9. Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of ships at different
the
ranges.
Type 9 doesn't have the jump range.
Yes, yeah, that's the thing. You want something which is really like a science ship, something which is a really good explorer vessel, and you can kit it out with.
We're losing
really
Dog as well.
Things. Dog's off. Night, Dog.
Night, Dog.
Woof. Thank you again for the speculation banner. I love it. It's awesome. I'm getting exploration data as I go along here. So I've got to go explore.
Bloody hell, everyone's going.
That's all right. It is late. I mean, we're nearly an hour later than we normally run tonight. So.
Sorry, it is my fault, isn't it?
No. I mean, I'm really having fun doing these new missions and scouting around. So it's really, really cool. Should we quickly go over the newsletter stuff that we've missed actually before we probably should wrap up as quickly as we can actually. So the Elite Racers are arranging a couple of events. The Imperial racing events. I'm in the way of one of them. Here we go. There we go. Shan Market on the January the 31st, Cubo Station on the February the 21st, and then Lagovist Gateway on March the 20th. There's a bunch of events upcoming for the Imperial Racers. I love what those guys do. It's really, really great fun. I've only had a chance to take part in a couple of events, but it was really, really cool. Races. I really want to see some of these like ground races take place, going around near one of the bigger base installations or through canyons and stuff like that. I think that would be awesome. Awesome. Oh, Stephen Usher. Yeah, I would. Just the idea of sensor drones, let alone an Explorer Conda, would be really, really cool. Just to be able to like sensor limpet controllers, ground scanning controllers, something you could fire these limpets on for different reasons. I'd love to see new limpet controllers in the game, definitely.
Sorry, now I'm thinking about Imperial probe droids.
Oh dear. So as so I'll show some of the screenshots as we head to the port on here. It's an awesome.
Oh right.
Awesome
So, sorry,
screenshots.
can I just?
Yeah.
Okay, I know this is going to be a bit late. Bitstorm, did you win a mug at the charity event? If so, then you're probably better chasing Frontier, because I would suspect that the truckers gave their mugs to Frontier, and then Frontier have to give their mugs to you, I think. But if you won it during the 24-hour stream, then that's probably a Frontier thing.
Yeah. And there might be a little bit of a delay getting hold of them at the moment because they are obviously most of them are in Paxton, Texas at the moment. Yeah, so
yeah,
Zach would probably be your man there. I believe Zach is still in the UK, so but of course he will be doing the job of about 3 or 4 people at the moment. So yes, such is the way these things are. Awesome screenshots coming in from commanders this week.
Oh, that's beautiful. So that one, yeah.
The asp on the edge of the canyon there is really cool. And I've just slammed into. Oh no! Thank you very much. Your wing beacon. Then I just heard the bang of the super cruise and thought, yeah, that's it. I hit the planet, didn't I? I hit the planet.
No, I pulled you into Samos orbital.
That's awesome. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and dock on there.
I don't have docking permission yet, but I do have.
Awesome. So
Somebody's
I will,
blocking pad 3.
That is the problem with the asp, isn't it? Being a slightly bigger ship, you can't land on all these ports, which is a real shame. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and land this up now. Get these things. I'm gonna continue this mission. I've got to finish it. Absolutely got to finish it. But I think it's about time we wrapped up the stream though, because it has gone way past the normal time. So thank you very much, Ben, for coming in on the stream tonight. It was great.
Anytime.
And we definitely need to do it again sometime. So it looks like, let's have a quick check of the straw poll actually. So there's 14 votes. I think we had a lot of...
Oh, give a link to the straw poll. I've not voted in it yet.
I think it's pretty unanimous. 14 votes for, 0 against. I think everyone wants to see me do a bit of a retro stream, so I'm going to try and make arrangements for that next week. We'll do some Elite 2. I'm itching to try that actually. I'd like to do a little bit of a comparison. Hopefully, if it all works out well, I'll try and do a little bit of a, this is before and after. This is what mining was like in Elite 2, and this is what it's like in Elite Dangerous. I'd love to do something like that actually. So fingers crossed we can get that sorted. So thank you to all of you folks watching on tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's great to have you on, and we will. We'll definitely be trying to do more of these questions and answer things. Like I said, if there's any questions you want me to get through with Frontier, then please do let me know. Send me a message on Twitter or something off as a Twitch message or something like that. I'll try and get it through to Frontier, and we will hopefully get them answered for you.
It is always fun sitting on Zach.
Yeah, great. Just pin him down. Give me the answer. When are we going to see the Thargoids? Yeah, absolutely. Do the Batman voice. Where are they? Where are they?
Where are the Thargoids?
Absolutely. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Ben. Awesome to have you on. But until next time, Commanders, see you in the void.
Night, guys.